Dad, I kind of want this show to not get aggregated today.
Yeah? How come?
Like yesterday's did.
Yeah, okay.
Let's just bring the temperature down a little bit.
Way down.
I mean,
how do you propose to do that?
I mean, we should have the New York media pin Dan down.
Yeah, the New York media was portrayed in a funny manner yesterday. I thought Dan was acting like these Giants beat writers are, champions of democracy and out to save America from the abyss. And I just picture some tired beat guy wondering what he's going to have for lunch and wondering when the hell he gets to cover a winning team. But you never know.
You do never know.
You never know.
Why are you so winded? Why are you so winded?
I'm not winded.
He's carrying the show, Dan.
Seriously, I got a show on my back here.
Did you get nervous?
Nervous? I don't get nervous.
You sounded.
I get even.
Not the saying.
Can I tell you what, guys, what just happened before we turned on the microphones?
Yeah.
Because it's unbelievable. He was ready to go and start the show. And he was alerting everyone in the room. Zaz, you saw this, right?
Yeah.
He was alerting everyone in the room that he was ready, got in front of the microphone, and then said, do it till you're satisfied. Said it loud, said it to himself. And I'm like, that must be in the top 20. He's like, oh, no, I forgot.
We stumble on a new one every day.
I don't think that's even on the list.
So he went and wrote it down.
Yeah,
and so now, he's already got his list of 60.
I know, but now it's 61.
70 is a possibility.
69.
There you go. Okay. You
Do it till you're satisfied.
There you go.
Whatever it is.
Baby.
What were you guys talking about in the bowling alley yesterday? I overheard from sources nearby that you and your dad were complaining about me at the bowling alley.
I wouldn't say complaining. I would say just making fun of you.
Commenting.
Yeah, commenting. That's a nice neutral phrase for it. Yes. You got a little agitated, got a little worked up. I've seen it before.
So you did what to the New York media?
I told them to ask Jackson Dart questions, and this is what the reaction.
But the context that Greg is giving me is that you're, having them be champions for democracy and that whole thing that you do.
It was more you were sweating while saying it.
It was like he thought that the New York media, the New York Giants media, was like all the president's men.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Woodward
it's like
and
Woodward and Bernstein.
Exactly. These are beat guys. They're tired. They just want to cover a winning team for the first
I want
time
some
in a
tongue
century.
sandwich.
They're there for free food.
This is what he's saying. That the thing,
Sandwich.
the thing that he just did is it is a bunch of tired guys who look like Stavi who just want to get to the nearby deli for lunch and just write a couple of paragraphs about the Jets and kill the rest.
You're
of
turning them into
journalism.
Oprah.
Right.
They gotta ask the hard questions.
Winners on face off, now the time is here. Mix them up and you're changing on the fly. Hit checks, hat tricks are gonna make them cheer. Got the bombs time to chirp and ride it high. Now it's time for action, tonight's gonna burn this barn right up. Slap shot will light the lamp so nice. Let's go for a breakaway on the chase to raise the cup. We'll be standing on our heads till we meet them at center ice. Hockey is back, Jack. Hockey is back, Jack. Hockey is back, Jack. Baby, and we'll meet you at center ice.
What is the Nick Bobick?
It's a 60s song. The name game. Nick Bobick. Banana Bofick. Me, my Momick. Nick.
Rosanna, Rosanna, Rosanna,
I'm the kind of guy that Nick. Who made it the salad? Hey, Butterfinger. Who made it the salad? Nick Bobick. Who made it the salad? Georgia.
That's not correct.
Very good.
It's a parrot that says very good out of the side of its mouth.
That's correct.
What does this have to do with the name game?
I'm not going to take a quiz. Nick
Rosanna,
Bobick. Who made it the salad? Me, my Momick. Very good. Let's go States. We're rolling now, huh?
That's not correct.
Doesn't make it right. But don't go showering to try to please me. Brilliant. No, I mean the song. I don't mean my role in it. That was just well done, well put together. That kind of thing.
I'm having an interesting experience on a nightly basis now, Dan, at home. So my wife's trying to be supportive. All right, she's trying to be supportive of me and my career, and so she likes me to play her back a lot of the show. We'll watch it on YouTube in the evening.
Now that'll end soon.
Bad idea.
We're doing it like on a nightly basis.
Hey.
It's been going on for a while now. And she only wants the funny parts. Like, she doesn't want the sportsy stuff. It's not for her. But we'll watch a lot of the shows. And so the days of the week that Greg is here is a really weird experience that I'm watching on the couch with my wife. It's uncomfortable couch.
Because she's into my dad, huh?
So
They start to love him. They do.
like, okay, that hasn't happened yet. All right? Like, maybe we'll get there. It hasn't happened yet. She's, like, utterly confused with him. You know, me, and we've gone through the history of this plenty on this show. I, for years, did not appreciate Greg's appearances because he's not a radio person and he constantly makes mistakes, and like it's almost like he doesn't take it seriously. But at least I understand what's going on here. My wife has those same opinions, and like she doesn't understand how how he's allowed to be here.
What do you mean allowed?
Well, like
He's
yes-
a legend.
Well, she doesn't know that. But like
know.
yesterday, for instance, when he coughs and he can't breathe, all right, and he can't get out any of the words. I didn't tell my wife that was about to happen, that was coming up.
She's never seen it happen on television, right? She's never watched a paid professional program anywhere where it's happened to a broadcaster, right? Where it's just a sentence in and he just starts coughing and then you don't understand the rest of what he said.
So he does that, and my wife is horrified.
Can I make just one comment that I feel every time I hear that I get kind of annoyed by is that his whatever he said about getting the Joker, it really does overshadow the full-throated joke that I think you guys heard in your ears, but the rest of the audience doesn't hear now.
Yeah, that's a private show you guys did that was funnier to you guys, to an audience that didn't hear it. It would have been great if they'd heard it.
It was on mic, but he overshadowed it.
So my wife was horrified when he started coughing like that. And she turns, she goes, "What? Why is that allowed?"
She said it out loud?
To me. Yeah, to me.
But she said out loud, why is that? What, he's coughing. He's been coughing for 10 years around here. It's like part of the show. It's one of the accents.
COPD.
She doesn't understand how, like, why wouldn't that be, and I know it's a live show, obviously, but why wouldn't that be edited out? Why is that okay for him to do that? And
Does she understand this show at all?
No, but this is no. Wait a minute. This
doesn't
is
get the show.
No, whoa. I would not say that. I would say this is almost every relationship of any listener I've listened to in our audience. It's how their significant other ends up getting into the show. Why is the person I love so fascinated by this and find it so funny? I want to understand this weird Zaz language. I'm not going to do it with wrestling. I'm going to do it with, why is Cody there?
like she's confused as to how he's a regular on a very big, radio show, podcast, whatever you want to put it, but seemingly doesn't understand anything.
Yeah. Your
She's
wife doesn't
really-
want to learn. She didn't want to earn.
She does want to learn because her husband wants to earn.
Juju's like, that's his queen right there. I don't know.
She's really confused the days that Greg
You
is
should
here.
tell her that he once had hundreds of people lined up to look at his toenail.
Thousands? No, it was more than
Could have been
hundreds.
thousands.
It was thousands. Well, it
I'm
was.
talking about money I could have made.
Yeah, you blew that.
Yeah, really.
Zaslow, what Zaslow's wife just realized with Discovery is what Zaslow realized once upon a time. When he was a producer at the start of everything we were doing here and Cody was on the show, he'd get, why is he there? Isn't it the same thing?
Then
Yes.
Then he would sing a song, and you'd
Yes.
be like, "Oh, okay."
I'm watching my wife go through all of the emotions and opinions that I had 20 years ago about Greg's appearances.
I come around to people, though. I'm an acquired habit.
My mom thinks you're the best part of the show. She thinks you're the star, Greg.
See, that's a woman.
So does mine.
That's a woman.
What is that supposed to mean?
Put on the poll at Le Batard Show. That's a woman. Yes or no?
A little sensual for my taste.
I mean,
This early.
I mean, I love people who love me.
Well, this is it. It's had the.
So does Trump.
It has had the inverse effect on me. The more he sits next to me, just like my dad, the more people like him, and the less they like me. And it's because of what happened the last couple of days that you guys were whispering around at the bowling alley when you got the drinks in you and started talking real, honest, loving talk last
I think
night.
we should get the New York media on my dad, maybe. Then the people will see the real him.
Yeah, they should investigate me.
Were you like this, Dan, as a kid?
That's it. That's the question.
What does that mean? That's such a broad question. Was I strident and got in the way of my obviously right and righteous points?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what was Christopher Columbus really doing?
But why would we buy eggs from them, Mom?
I just imagined last night at bowl. Like I want to know how it started. Chris, you and your father are at the bowling. Maybe you got a pitcher in front of you. Like, does one of you turn to the other and go, "So, Dan"?
We just don't, there's not even words needed. It's just a look and
Yeah, we know. We've seen it before.
It's like, that's your man's now. That's your man.
yeah, that's yours.
That's
No,
your
he's
man.
like that's yours now.
Somebody's got to deal with it.
Don't make it right.
But can you share
That's
it with
for
me?
sure.
Would you guys be kind enough to share with me the criticism? Because I don't know what the criticism is. I just know that your son today told me that my tone was bad yesterday.
Yeah, it was awful. Yeah, it was really bad. Even more so than usual, which is saying something. No, I just felt like you were assigning duties upon these New York beat writers that they probably don't want. They cover a football team. They're not looking to save democracy. What they want to do is find out whether what Jackson Dart is doing, how that plays in the locker room. I do think that's a legit story for them, from their perspective, is whether or not it affects the chemistry of the team. And that's the head coach's concern. He doesn't care about politics. They don't care. Even the ones who came out against him, Abdul Carter and such, they don't really care about politics. They're just wondering about divisiveness in the locker room, which is a legitimate concern.
Yeah, Dan, why are you trying to save democracy?
Democracy dies in darkness.
Jordan Renan there fighting for democracy, right?
We have some tough questions for you, by the way, and by we, I mean the New York media.
This is my punishment for the last couple of days.
Tough questions. We're the New York media, and we ask tough questions.
Was I drunk when I did that? Maybe.
So you got home from the bowling alley, drinking with your dad, complaining about my tone, none of which you did anything about yesterday when working and not drinking.
Oh, my face said a lot.
Biggest game in 20 years.
No, that's not on that level. I kept it together.
I need content from Tamara watching him. Like, I need to see what that.
So do I set up
looks
a
like.
camera? And...
She's gonna have so many questions. Like
Yeah.
she's gonna have so many questions about everything happening with Greg Cody.
She's offended the way that I used to be offended.
Well, you used to be offended that Greg Cody was such a big part of the joke as everything that we were doing at the very centerpiece, that he's become the star of the show, and you don't understand why he keeps getting rewarded for
How
it.
does he not know to speak into the microphone?
You know,
How does he not know that there's a clock? I didn't get it.
Hold on. Again, to Greg's defense here, people that are just watching you for the first time and seeing all of your idiosyncrasies are like, how is this guy allowed to do stuff? Maybe my wife is one of those people. She's like, what's up with this guy?
Okay, I may have idiosyncrasies, which is debatable. I may
not
have
debatable.
idiosyncrasies, but no one's going to say, I don't know how to do my job. I don't know how to do radio.
But there's the times that you don't speak into the mic falls, you don't turn on the mic.
Remember, you went to take a poop for like 45 minutes?
Yeah, that's true. You're prone to the malaprop.
I guess we're just ignoring this bed of asking Dan tough questions.
Do it.
Go ahead.
You came home drunk. I just want to set the scene.
You want to hear it again?
Wait a minute. You are at the heart of America. Chris Cody, always down the middle. You and your dad are at a good old
Down the middle, Chris.
American
Heart
bowling
of
alley.
America.
Illinois?
No, heart of a bowling alley. No,
That is the heart of America if you've been in this bowling alley.
Yeah, lane 34. We represent the blue collar.
Also, the red is represented there as well.
Put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Is the heart of America at your local bowling alley? Like, what do you? Don't look at me like I got this wrong. You guys are drinking beers at the local bowling alley, and you're complaining about what you hear. You agree with that, Le Batard. You agree with him, but goddamn, was he an asshole and annoying about how he delivered all that?
What I'm really like is like, what questions did he want from the New York media? These tough questions, and then I was like, I got an idea. I'm gonna go home and make this.
Tough questions. Tough questions. We're the New York media, and we ask tough questions.
You do that on your phone?
No.
Do you ever get embarrassed? Like, you get home last night, you're gonna go, you go to your laptop.
It's like 11:45 p.m. and I'm in my office doing this.
Yeah. Do you get embarrassed or like I don't want my wife to walk in right now and see what I'm doing, hear what I'm doing, and then I have to explain because I get that all the time.
She's upstairs reading smut, so she wasn't worried about what I was doing.
Her time's better spent.
Reading
That's all she does, dude.
smut.
Ever
love the
since
word
this
smut.
heated rivalries, all she does is watch.
My wife's in the same boat.
It's canon now.
Okay, we gotta just say there's stuff here. We're not gonna get into it.
Oh no, there is. Honestly, some good stuff.
Oh, she doesn't know.
Fist me, guys.
She doesn't. Do you know that Chris is
Fist
married to
me,
a?
guys.
Do
We're
you know
gonna
that
allow
Chris
that
is married to a
stand.
twin?
He did just say that.
Fist me, guys.
We don't need to go down the twin rabbit hole, Tony. Thank you.
But
for
Trista
that.
doesn't know. I want to give her the lore.
The lore.
Legend and lore.
The lore.
So that was the production that Chris Cody decided to make, and there are tough questions. You've got a series of tough questions because I do think, and this may be deflection on my part, I'm here for the analysis on you guys telling me how I did my job poorly the last 2 days. I'd actually like to spend some time in that playpen. But also, Zaz has been coming in multiple days saying, my wife is mad at me about this a couple nights ago, and now my wife doesn't want me in the bedroom.
I'm having a tough week.
Doesn't want me in the bedroom today, and I think there are uncomfortable questions to be asked there as well.
You know about that foreplay?
Well, so on Monday, this is a couple nights ago, right? On Monday, it's 8 o'clock, and obviously I watch my stories at 8 o'clock on Monday night. It's WWE Monday Night Raw. And so my son and I were in the family room, and the show is starting, and I tell my wife, I go, hey, you can sit down. Come on, my stories are coming on. Come watch. She's like, what the hell are you talking about? And then Oba Femi is on the show. I go, come on, Oba Femi. And my son and I were doing the strut, and my wife was mortified. And she goes, you know what? You're out there asking for a couch. You want somebody to sponsor you and get you a new couch here for the family room? I'm going to buy you a trailer. I'm going to buy you a trailer for you to live in. You're going to live in a trailer from now on.
Trailers for sale.
So she wants me to live in a trailer, all right? And then last night, this is some bullshit. Last night, I go upstairs. It's not even late. It's like the middle of the second period in the hockey game, but I want to watch in bed, obviously on the iPad. And I go upstairs into the bedroom. My wife's already in there. Lights are out. She's trying to go to sleep. But, Dan, she's not asleep yet. Apparently, her new thing is she has to fall asleep before I come in the bedroom. I don't know why.
It's a thing. I'm aware of this.
I can relate.
She's not asleep yet, okay? All I want to do is lie in the bed, obviously tummy time, with the tablet on my stomach and watch the hockey. Dan, I don't even put sound on the iPad. I could watch it on mute. No big deal. I understand what's going on.
Sports are bright, though. They're very bright.
I put the blue light down, all right? It's on my iPad. She wouldn't let me stay in the room. I have to leave altogether until she falls asleep. I went into the Zaslow Mansion living room because I wanted to lie down. I'm lying down on a couch in the living room, not even watching a TV, with the tablet on my stomach. Instead of the tablet on my stomach in the bedroom, I now have the tablet on my stomach in the living room.
So if I were to dissect what just happened for your wife, okay, you did some great work as a great professional radio host, and Cody beat you with a song in the middle.
Just
Trailers
for sale already.
So
You gave that whole story.
You took us into your bedroom. You gave us maximum intimacy, and Greg Cody stole the money. You are a cuck. He walked into your bedroom and just sang a song, and that would explain to your wife why it is he's so good at this.
Yeah. She liked that, your wife, when I went trailers for sale.
Ooh, that is some bullshit. What just happened?
And he looks aroused.
It's so unfair. He was not trying to help Zaz. He just came in.
He had the thought. He heard trailers.
He heard trailer. What am I gonna
Timing
do?
was awful. It wasn't even good timing. He heard trailers and just sang it.
Not only that, he just inceptioned. He just did a meta on Zaz, a double cucking, because he just talked about in the future tense your wife liked that. So now when Zaz watches that tonight, she's going to be, Greg Cody's going to be talking directly to her, and then she's going to look at Zaz and be like, I did like that.
I know. Yeah, we're going to have
Salute
eye
to Kirk Cousins.
contact of the whole bit. Yeah.
For 20 years, the most confident Zaz I know is the one who knows that he's got the good stuff, and he's got the ball, and he's doing solo. He did not expect with a parasol for an old man to walk into his bedroom singing a song and take the segment from him with a syllable,
No,
a couple
true.
of syllables.
Trailers.
And that kind of stuff doesn't go away. Next time Zaz and his bride are, making love.
No.
Trailers.
No.
Somebody's going to hear that.
No.
And matter of fact,
No.
that
No,
can
let him
be-
cook,
That
let him
can,
cook.
That can be part of Zaz's foreplay.
No.
Keep going.
But you have to whisper though.
No.
You whisper like this.
No.
Trailers for sale, baby. That kind of thing.
I guarantee you, Zaz is gonna think about you next time he's in focus.
That's the worst part. That's the worst part.
Best part.
Did you just breathe self-satisfied in
That
the
was-
microphone? Did you, like after
It's
taking
hot in here.
well, you made it that way.
It could be because I'm drinking coffee.
No, it's because what you're talking about.
It did sound like he was like needing a cigarette.
Yeah, I could use a cigarette.
Did we just get an old man all hot and bothered? Is that what just happened?
Takes more than that.
I was talking about Zaz.
Oh, okay.
So I deflected masterfully. Go ahead. So what was wrong with the way I did the show the last 2 days?
I feel like we've covered a lot of it so far. Just your tone, honestly.
Yeah, it was the tone.
I think that's what, in all seriousness, what we were saying is like a lot of the stuff you were saying we agree with, but it was just like I feel like it gets lost in your tone. But you've heard that forever, so I don't know what we're gonna do at this point. You are who you are.
The people basically were saying online, where was all this smoke when your homegirl was the headlines?
Well, and I saw that too, Juju, but that feels like a very false equivalency. Like you're not demanding answers, you're demanding questions.
I mean, I thought it was the most benign thing said most stridently. The New York media should ask Jackson Darter questions. I mean, nobody disagrees with that, do they? But I didn't say it that way.
Right. And you said that they should make him uncomfortable, which I think was a little bit of a red flag to some people.
Okay, but I mean, in these particular times, like it's the meekest of things.
Oh, here we go. We can't say in these particular times, so that's like that part has to go.
Yeah,
That's coded, yeah.
What kind of times do you mean exactly? What do you,
These.
The
Dark
end times.
times, dark
These times.
times.
He means woke.
I mean,
You are rich as fuck, and you live in probably a mansion with a hot ass wife and maybe a dog on the way. Like the times aren't dark for Dan Le Batard. The times are great.
oh, so money's the only thing that the world needs to care about, right?
No,
In the comment section
No.
for sure.
definitely the comment section.
Yeah.
You know about those comments?
So, okay, so you guys don't wake up scared and worried every day. Okay.
We do,
Now
but
we
that's
got
why we
broke.
do this show.
We have less
did-
money. Yeah.
Yeah, I wake
Less
up very
money.
A lot
broke.
less money.
I feel pretty good.
Well, good for you. Two Americas.
And so to ask Jackson Dart to answer some questions when he just did what he did. Like, okay, sports guy, you want to be, yes, I do have a penthouse on the beach. That is correct.
PH.
But fighting over these things at ESPN got us kicked out, right? And we are all pretty proud of what it is that we do around here, and got us kicked out around a conversation about the black quarterback kneeling in a flag, and so the country flips in those 8 years and arrives wherever it is you feel everything you feel today. And then I got to watch the quarterback of the Giants go out there, and there's no way to even have a conversation around any of that anymore because everyone's already chosen their sides. Like, there's just nothing. Jackson Dart does that.
You're starting to do the tone again.
Yeah, because it makes me mad. Like, how can you not be pissed off? How can you not honestly just simply be pissed off that every time this comes to sports, it does so in the most bullshit of fashions, and you can't even ask any questions about it because it knocks the fun out of everybody. That we're here for the laughs. Dance.
Yeah, I wanna remind you, bro. You was right now. We just relaying the messages from online. Like, you 100% right. My brother Colin Kaepernick still ain't got the black ball off of his back. You feel me? Yeah. And I think that Jackson Dart, you willingly stepped into that arena. So now we're gonna ask you, why were you so willing to step in that arena? Is the question. Like, what about Trump was so appealing that you say, damn the locker room, what this could do over here, damn my friends and the questions, or damn the media, the questions they could possibly ask me. I support this man, and I think the correct question to ask him is why.
So you just say it like that, Dan.
Yeah, I didn't. I never do. It's why I can be right and wrong. Like, the way it comes out. The way that it comes out ends up making it wrong. This room turned against me, and everyone agrees with me.
Facts.
We buried the lead on today's show, by the way. I'd like to wish a very happy birthday to my sister in the Lord, Trista Crick, ladies and
gentlemen. Happy birthday to her.
Done.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
We don't have a song. We don't have a happy
birthday to
Her.
I don't care. Good luck.
Chris, you're proud of yourself because you found it very quickly. Juju didn't alert you. You found the her. You needed the her. We don't have a lot. The her is not as high as the him.
Good job being born, Trista.
Thank you. Well, I don't make it a big deal, and but we did have a whole conversation about what 40 means for women. What did 40 mean for you three when you guys turned 40?
I don't know.
Nothing?
No. I don't know.
You could just still have kids until you're 80. Who cares? 40 means nothing.
I could have kids as long as I want. That's right. Not that I'm going to.
That's wild.
Nothing wrong over here.
So these are the uncomfortable questions for me. Is what was 40 like for me 17 years ago?
You want some uncomfortable questions? Because I got one.
No, I don't want uncomfortable questions for anybody but Jackson Dart.
How much do you weigh?
Hey, man.
I don't know. I'm going to say 250.
All right. I'll let you know when I got another one.
That's it?
What's the most you've ever weighed?
Probably 290.
Really?
Wow.
Dan Le Batard almost pushing the big 3-0. 3-0-0. How about that?
Where do you stand on foreplay?
I don't stand.
Hey!
Very good. That's very good. Very good. Good job.
Would you ever, if you were single?
So we're doing uncomfortable questions now.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. Okay.
If you were single, so put yourself in a single place. Hot as fuck woman, but she's MAGA. Do you hit or no?
No.
You don't?
No.
Rookie.
No.
Do we believe
The tough question. She's right.
Is it?
Yeah, of course.
No. Oh, no.
It's like that episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, right? Where Larry's having the best sex of his life, but with a woman who hates Jews.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
He managed.
He did.
I don't like this game. I'm more uncomfortable than Jackson Dart will ever be made by the New York media.
I heard you don't want it bad
The
enough. is
well's
what I
not
heard.
dry
That's what
in
I
Le
heard.
Batard land. If the well was dry, you'd be like, maybe she just likes his tone.
I can change her.
A fresh bowl of fruit or $22 in quarters?
I can change her.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was still laughing. What was the question?
A bowl of fresh fruit or $22 in quarters?
It's $22 in quarters.
That's annoying. I'll take a stupid bowl of fruit.
Why? Why is that an uncomfortable
You want
question?
22? All right, someone go get Dan $22 a quarters from bring home today. That'd be annoying to
it's
carry.
ridiculous.
annoying?
88 quarters. That's
She
weighs
just
5
called
pounds.
me out of touch. I'm saying $22 of value is $22
Well, now you're
of
trying to
value.
do the thing and seem like a regular person.
Yeah, we're out on that. You have a matte black convertible.
You can't win.
Okay,
You
well,
rich
that's
now.
a game I can play because I've been playing it for years. I'm right and I'm wrong because of the way that I say it.
Also, where's Stugotz?
Is he ever coming back?
That's a great question.
It is a good question. Surprised nobody's wondered that.
We saw a lot of that yesterday when you were telling the New York media. to ask
Is his
that.
name ever coming off the show?
Another
I
good
hope not. That one's kind of up to him. So, no, I'll answer all your questions here. Go ahead, have at it. Like, this is, so you guys tell me here because this makes me uncomfortable, obviously, but I'm comfortable in telling you that I love that dude and I'm always going to be indebted to him. And I hope that he sits in that chair again because I've told him many, many times I want him to make money from metal art for as long as it exists. So, but that's up to him whether or not he comes back. He's got a job here, like, so, and he built his thing, and we were going to do these things together, and so I hope he comes back. I'd like to have him back.
See,
he knows that.
That's a better answer than Jackson Dart would give if we pinned him down. Take that, YouTube chat.
But you can ask all the questions that you want there. Like, this
That's basically it. I think you
but this
covered
has been but it's been crushing to me. Imagine how much I must value that relationship. When you guys know how transparent I am, and you guys know that I care about him and that I want him here, imagine how hard it must be for me to protect the relationship with him and keeping his name on the show in service of wanting him back so the audience can have what it wants because I want it too. You tell me. Like, you tell me what I'm supposed to do there.
No, I think you're handling it exactly how.
No, but what are the details you guys would like? Because I don't know how to make it any clearer to him or you guys that I would love to have him here. But I'm not telling the audience something. When I value my transparency, when it's important to me, when the relationship with the audience, you know that I'm grateful for it. How must I value that relationship to not speak my mind? Like, how much?
Yeah, but the audience doesn't want to hear that. Like, they want answers.
Honestly, what you just did is like that's fine. Like they just wanted to hear that. I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to protect the relationship because I want him on the show just like you guys want him on the show. Like,
Me three. We love you, big bruh. Like, no matter what, Billy, everybody who done left, bro, we got the biggest hearts and love for y'all no matter where y'all are. Y'all don't got to wear our same jersey to be loved by us. We love you with the other jersey on.
but what more would you like to know? Because, no, I don't know. I don't mind answering these questions because it's been killing me to not be able to speak honestly to our audience for a while. Like, it's been killing me. It hurts. It hurts. This I want his name on this show forever. I have worked in protection of that. He knows this.
Why do you think the energy is not the same on the other side?
Business is hard, and we were and are in business together still. And he's building his own thing, and he wanted to do that, and we helped him do that, and we wanted it to commingle with this, and it did for a while, and then it didn't.
How would you describe your relationship with Stugotz?
I love him. I'll always love him. I'm wildly grateful for him as a teammate and co-host and partner.
What about like
What? No, go
like
ahead.
Tea Partier?
Go ahead.
No, that doesn't quite answer the question, though. Is the relationship strained? Have you talked to him lately? I mean, if we're getting honest and asking real questions, I think a lot of people would want to know that.
We have exchanged texts back and forth in the last couple of weeks trying to connect.
Valuable.
Is it?
Yeah. Hope so.
A tea party or maybe?
Yeah.
Honestly, this is what the audience wanted. I'm seeing it in the chat right now. Like,
That's fine, but you have to understand. I don't know if it's what Stugotz wants, and I'm living in service of the protection of somebody I care about, somebody whose career I care about, somebody whose family I care about. Like, so yeah, I know they want answers. Do you not think it kills me to not give them all the answers they would like? But I'm trying. I don't want to say anything bad about a person that I care about. I don't want him to say anything bad about me. we're trying to build two things together, and at the moment we're sponsored by competing entities, and so that makes it a little difficult to do business. Like, it just makes it a little difficult, that's all.
Maybe just voted for Trump one time. Would you hit just one time? The first Trump, never again Trump.
So for all my gas bagging, this all started, these guys will tell you, with me wishing that Trump would win the Republican primary because I wanted the zoo and the carnival of the circus of the content. Like, I practically endorsed that dude the first time through just because I wanted him to make a mess, and I didn't
So
think
that's a
there was
yes.
That's
any,
a yes, yeah.
I didn't think there was any chance that he would win.
Didn't turn out as funny as you thought it
No,
would.
not quite. Well, joke's on me. Isn't that funny?
That is funny.
I can't even say anything about Jackson Dart now.
That is funny, though.
It is funny.
10 years later, we're here.
It's hysterical.
He came on this show and said you were very smart.
Love the show.
Love the show.
Got
Very
a great
smart
show.
Best ever.
Anything else? I will sit here for 4 minutes for your uncomfortable Stugotz questions. I think Mike Ryan's probably going to be mad.
Libertarian?
I mean, they're all easy.
I mean, Tony's gonna
The answer is yes.
for all of them.
Like,
Tony's
yeah.
a yes for everyone.
I mean, yes, man.
But so you guys, I saw you guys arguing before the show about whether or not Justin Herbert is a cuck.
He is.
What are we doing there? Zaz, what do you think?
I don't know anything about cucks. Don't ask me.
Harbaugh cucked him as well. He said, "Oh, you guys need a ride to the airport."
So what is this concert that Madison Beer was at? Because I saw this video where she's being coddled, I'd say, on stage. Justin Herbert's girlfriend. Roy, keep up with the times, dude.
Keep up with the okay, fine, whatever.
Great name.
It is a good name, though.
Yeah. Should be my last name, Greg Beer.
You wouldn't have made it to 50.
Madison Beer.
The jury rests. No, the jury wouldn't rest. The defense rests,
The
Dan. You're off the
defense
stand.
Yeah.
Good
lawyer.
chemistry between a father and son there. What were you saying, Greg?
That she was discovered by Justin Bieber, right? When she was 13 years old, Justin Bieber promoted one of her songs, and that gave her the entree into stardom. And now, 10 years later, she's hooking up with another Justin.
How do you know this?
I'm told. My sources.
Why is Greg Cody downloading you guys on something in pop culture and all of you are mystified by what he's talking about?
This appears to be true.
I'm Mr. Pop Culture.
Discovered a 12-year-old Madison Beer.
Right.
When he tweeted her cover of Etta James's At Last.
Exactly. Great song.
You know that song, At Last?
Yes.
It's a good song.
It is. She's a legend.
Good song.
No, my granddaughter calls me Pop Culture. I mean, I know everything about everything going on.
Do we have the video of Madison Beers?
I thought we had Justin Herbert video that we were going to. Isn't that where we started? I thought that the argument between you was related to whether or not Justin Herbert was a cuck.
Yes.
But we didn't provide any video proof to anybody about what we were talking about because I don't think people know what you were talking about.
This is her right here. She's on stage, and Justin Herbert is essentially watching this and coddling. It's putting it nicely.
Coddling?
Coddling?
Don't talk sensual. What did you say that breathily?
Coddly.
Cuddling or coddling?
Coddalingus.
Whoa.
Okay.
This is the opposite of what you guys are talking about. I see a confident man and letting his girl do her dreams, live her life. She know everybody on stage is paid to be there. Not a cuck.
They said it was a play on. I don't think it's a play on at all. Like, at all. And Tony says it's a play on because there's a little bit of a zesty energy to him. I think those are the guys you have to worry about the most.
I'm sure Josh Allen feels the same way about his wife when she's doing sex scenes in a movie.
Yeah, when she spit in Michael B. Jordan's mouth.
Sheesh.
You know about that spit, Dan?
Chris Cody just did this and was saying, take the show. And the reason I'm not taking the show is because Tony had a lot of stuff to say about this earlier and all of a sudden has a lot less to say while calling everyone else a cuck.
Excuse me? She's a performer. And what do those dancers do? She pays them to perform. You got a guy doing that? I mean, it's a play on for me. Trista said it. You want me to say exactly what Trista said? She already said it. Is my tone okay?
Fine.
I have to go back to Chris Cody here because I'm not sure that I knew this. I have to go back. So you're married to an identical twin.
That's right.
Okay, I have questions.
Go on.
First,
Not too many questions.
well, I know your father's sitting right next to me. It's a little weird. Okay, so first question.
No wonder they're into swinging at that house.
Were you always able to tell them apart?
Not at the beginning when we were just dating. Her sister has like a beauty mark on her face, so I was like, mine's the one without that.
Okay. My next question is, a lot of times, your wife or your girlfriend will be like, you think my sister's attractive, don't you? You clearly think her sister's attractive.
That's right. Undeniable.
If you think your wife's hot, you think her sister is hot.
My sister-in-law's hot.
That's
There, I
crazy.
said it.
Right?
I've never said that to her before.
No, you got to say that, though.
Well, you must think she's hot.
But Zaz, here's the deal. Everyone with a hot sister-in-law thinks their sister-in-law is hot. He's the only one who's allowed to say it out loud. That's the difference.
That's true. That's true.
Not like the rest of us are like, oh, my sister-in-law is terrible. Like, if you got a hot one, you're like, oh, my God, she's hot, but you just can't say it out loud.
Yeah. And are they actually different?
They're very similar in a lot of ways.
So how'd you choose?
The other one was taken.
Papa Cody, wait a second now. You experience this. I mean, do you find one more charming than the other?
At the very beginning, I, too, had difficulty telling them apart.
But do you like, now that you've gotten to know, presumably both of them pretty well, do you think that your boy made the right choice between the two?
I have to say that. I mean, of course he did.
Oh, my goodness.
Of course he did.
Now,
I love my daughter-in-law, but they're eerily alike.
Not
just physically.
What I'm about to admit now is a little embarrassing.
Go on.
There are times, in marriage, you're going through,
We know.
you're like,
we know.
it's just, this is
I don't like where this is headed.
I don't either.
I do.
where sometimes you just like, if you're trying to keep things fresh, you just imagine it's the other person.
Oh, no.
That's an unbelievable admission.
That
What's
is-
the matter with you, man?
I didn't hear
Suey. Hey, guys in the room outside, mark that down.
For
Suey
the record,
revelation.
did,
You guys never
did
struggle?
everybody see as one of society's great empaths? Did you see me try to get in the way? Did you see me try to dive in front of that? He refused. Yeah. He went. He plowed straight ahead.
He did.
You guys never struggle, huh?
Your wife clearly does
I
not
mean,
listen to this show.
Sure doesn't.
What
You got
in hell?
no worries
what
that
did you
this
just
is getting
say?
back to her.
Tony, how you feel about that admission?
Not great. Yeah, not great. Even though, admittedly, Chris says that his wife doesn't watch the show, which is good, right?
Very
so he
good.
feels like he can shoot from the hip here and not really be taken to task, like Dave said. Very good. But the issue is, sometimes some things are so flammable and so big that they peer through the veil of Chris saying, "Oh no, my wife doesn't watch a show," where she's like, "You said what?"
That was
Bigger than the show, man.
Bigger than the show.
Let's not clip this if we can.
That was an incredible admission.
It really
Greg, what
was.
did you make of all that?
A little bit unfortunate. I wish he hadn't said that. It could come back to haunt.
You guys never struggle.
Well, in the context of this show, you can always say, I was just kidding. Of course I was just kidding. But will she believe you?
I was.
Okay.
What is the Nick Bobick?
It's a 60s song. The name game. Nick Bobick. Banana Bofick. Me, my Momick. Nick.
Rosanna, Rosanna,
The name game. I'm the kind of guy that Nick. Who made it the salad? Hey, Butterfinger. Who made it the salad? Nick Bobick. Who made it the salad? Georgia.
That's not correct.
Very good.
It's a parrot that says very good out of the side of its mouth.
That's correct.
What does this have to do with the name game?
I'm not going to take a quiz.
Rosanna,
Who made it the salad? Me, my moment. Let's go States. We're rolling now, huh?
That's not correct.
Doesn't make it right. Don't go showering to try to please me.
This episode of the Dan Le Batard Show is presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
David Sampson.
I can't believe what I'm about to tell you. And it's very simple. Go pee-pee. Go pee-pee. Go pee-pee. Go pee-pee. Go pee-pee. Don't drop a deuce. Go pee-pee. Go pee-pee. Go pee-pee. Hey, Toss. Go pee-pee. Don't drop a deuce.
David Sampson seems delighted here.
We've only just begun, Karen Carpenter.
I was disturbed by how eager David Sampson was to have an orgy.
I'm in.
As disturbed as I was by anything David Sampson has said or done since he mispronounced boobs in Spanish.
Hey, Toss.
His sound was sensual in a way that creeped us out.
I wasn't looking at his pecker.
It was unpleasant.
Go pee-pee. Go pee-pee. Go pee-pee. Go pee-pee. Hey, Toss. Don't drop a deuce.
It's just money.
Go pee-pee. Go pee-pee. Go pee-pee. Go pee-pee.
Money gives him a boner.
He's a shill for management, a shill for ownership.
That's a hard and fast rule.
Money excites him in a way that is pornographic.
Period. Let's not kid ourselves. Can we talk about dude wipes?
No.
I sit to pee always.
That echoing and evil laugh at the end. David Sampson is with us now. Nice to see you, David. Nothing Personal is the name of the podcast. You're coming in off of a rough awards week, the Pablo Torre Finds Out show. You must be heartbroken to have not won an Emmy as well. It's strange that you guys would be good enough to win a Pulitzer but lose the sports Emmy. Were you crushed by that this week? Do you love awards as much as Pablo does?
Oh, I think it's yes. I was very disappointed. We're Pulitzer Prize-winning podcasters. You have a Pulitzer Prize-winning show. You'd think that we'd get the sports Emmy for sure. And when our name was not called out, I thought I had it wrong. I thought it was in the bag. I had the speech prepared. I had names. Your name was third in line to mention and ready. And then all of a sudden, here's the problem with awards. When you don't win them, it feels worse than how good you feel when you do win them. And that is a really bad position to be in because you're supposed to be happy with the nomination. And for me, it wasn't good enough.
Is that true, what he's saying right there? Do you guys believe that to be true, what he just said? That it hurts more to lose an award than it feels good to win an award?
Interesting question.
Kind of what Zach
Dan,
asked.
I got to talk to you a little bit about that intro because I wasn't aware that Cody had been bowling on lane 34 last night. I'm also not fully aware whether he expected me to respond to his text at 1:41 a.m. that I responded to at 1:43 a.m. with, hey, how about this as the intro? And I responded, and then he didn't respond, and now I know why. He must have just passed out. So, Cody.
It was 1:40 in the morning. Yes, you are, of anyone in my life, I know I can text you at these times. You're always up. That's why I would not text most people at that time, but you I can.
It was no problem, but then you didn't respond to my response.
Well, I went to sleep, David. That was like a text of can I play this for you? And then I'm going to go to sleep now because it's 1:40.
That's like falling asleep in the middle of a conversation or in the middle of sex. You just don't do it. We have
David's
not
right.
yet finished.
Yeah, there has to be at least a 5 to 10 minute buffer where you allow him to respond because maybe he's going to respond with a question of his own.
Texts are like emails. I just sent it. I put it there. I'll check it when I wake up.
They're like texts.
Right. Plus, you know that David is a quick responder. So you got to give him 3-5 minutes.
Thank you for your service.
No, I responded immediately, Greg. What I'm saying is when a text conversation ends, it ends with a thumbs up. It ends with an okay. It ends with a see you tomorrow. It ends with something, not just ask a question and then the answer comes and then you leave it be.
Right.
So I'm basically up all night waiting to hear, is there an edit coming in? Do I have to be prepared for something? And crickets on the phone.
Yep. I hear you. I'm on Team David here. I got to go against my own
Chris,
son.
Chris, you fell asleep in a drunken stupor while David is staring at his phone waiting for 3 dots.
Drunken stupor. Was creating imaging. Was working.
I just wish you had told me, Chris. All you have to do is say, because normally I get a text at 1:41. I'm thinking, all right, there's something to do here. Turns out it was just an end of drunk text.
I
wanted it to be like a during drunk text.
I thought of that fruit platter or $22 in quarters question last night at 1:40.
A terrible question.
I was working.
Just
terrible, Dan.
Just a terrible question. I can't believe you had all night and that's what you came up with for uncomfortable question. Whether I'd want $22 or fruit. Like, I just don't know.
I think I had one more.
How much did you smoke last night?
I had one more. Are we talking just by eating it? A lot. Another one I wrote. I got another one for you in that same vein. Eating nachos or 15 minutes of good meditation?
Oh, I know that answer. Gotta have the nachos.
I've only reached good meditation one time, and I'd rather have that than just about anything.
I could get you with that
What
one.
does that even mean, good meditation?
I kind
Oh
of agree
my
with David
God.
though. But David, you gotta send 100 back, Chris. At least 100.
The 100 emoji.
You guys are built very differently, though. The room seems divided on what's proper text etiquette here at 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't follow any good text etiquette. I'm always up. So what is the correct way? Because it seems like you guys are all divided on this.
Well, I feel like you know your audience. Like, I know David. Like, I won't text everybody at that late, but I know David's up a lot. I know he's probably not going to get awoken from a text.
That's why you should have waited for a response, because
Right.
you know he's up. If I text you, Chris, at 1:40 in the morning, because I want you to see it when you wake up, I don't have to wait for a response.
Our text was very, like, I asked him a question, he answered it. Like, what do I need to do there of, like, okay, David, I've seen your response. Like,
so you saw his response?
This morning when I woke up.
No, it's not worth it. You couldn't even wait 2 minutes for a response?
Yeah, give him a thumbs
At
up.
1:40 in the morning?
Give him a thumbs up.
You know he's going to be awake.
2 minutes is a long time
I was
for you.
sleepy. I had
shouldn't
just
have sent the
If
text.
you want to know for real, I had just showered a late night post bowling shower, so I don't have to do it in the morning.
Showering.
He always wins. Yeah. I took a shower, so I was in the nude on my bed texting David.
How about that, David? How about that?
I was nude.
How about that?
I changed my mind. I do not want a response from Nude Chris. I retract everything I said.
A lot of freckles.
As a matter of fact, I'm only upset that I responded at all now, given I didn't know he was drunk, I didn't know he was high, and I sure as hell didn't know he was butt naked. Oh, God. I totally screwed it up last night. I should have let it go. Do you know that there's a thing you can do, which is save for later? You could have sent the text, but had it delivered like it's 7 a.m. when you're prepared to hear the response.
What? You're talking about, like, scheduling text
Yes, that
messages?
is a thing, birthday girl. You can schedule texts. I do that all the time. I will send texts to people in increments with what I think will be a response to their response before they respond. So then I don't actually have to respond when they respond because it's already been scheduled in.
Dave, so you've got 7 different texts at 6 different times in the day.
He's predicting their responses.
You're like AI, chat David GPT, and just sitting there like, I think he's going to reply this. I'm going to reply that.
Think about how great a time saver it is. I don't have to look for the 3 dots. I don't have to think about anything during the day when I want to watch a movie or I want to go running. I can do all my texting late at night.
But Dave, what about spontaneity?
No one knows because you schedule it for later.
What about spontaneity? Somebody replies with something you weren't expecting. All of a sudden, your draft that you send seems stupid.
He's wide awake, though.
No, I love where your head's at, except the conversations I do that with only have certain responses. So it's not like I'm asking someone, hey, what are your plans for Saturday night? And then I'll schedule the response, okay, let's see a movie. That is a clear yes or no. But if I know that there is a plan for Saturday night, here's a great example I just did. We have plans Saturday night, and I will say, do you want to see a movie? And then I will respond, scheduled, I'd like to see Devil Wears Prada. Then I'll respond, it's showing at Sag Harbor Theater at 3:45 p.m. And then I'll say, I can get a dinner reservation post-movie at this restaurant, which, by the way, I already will have had. And now I've made the whole plan before anyone's responded.
You're actually a great date organizer.
Well, it just saves time.
David, have you ever done this predictive text scheduling with someone in this room?
Don't answer that. I'm your lawyer. Don't answer that.
Yeah, thank you. The reason I'm not going to answer that is that I've been told that I need to not answer that. But there are certain people who it's easy to do it with. Someone, for example, who you can never do it with is Dan, because Dan's texting doesn't follow any sort of through line.
Right.
He'll
Annoying.
just text about something. You'll be in a conversation where you expect what will be next, and then he'll ask you something totally different. So you get caught immediately if you're not doing it in real time.
Yeah, so when you guys were talking, the thing I was thinking about, you just taught me that a text is different than an email. I send it in the sky and don't think about when it's going to be responded to. Don't care when it's going to be responded to.
That's why you're you and why it's so
But
frustrating.
no
to
one around
communicate.
here responds to it
annoying.
either, though. Like, that's the other part of it. Like, that's
Well, that I can't help you with. Dan.
Juju and Samson. I'm going to say, and Zaz maybe. Cody, you'll go days without. Like, I don't think of a text as anything but an email. It's something you just fart into the sky, and if it comes back, it comes back. If it doesn't come back, it doesn't come back. Hey, look what replaced the telephone. So that people can have no human connection whatsoever.
Fart in the sky.
Yeah, just fart in the sky and get on with your life. Doesn't matter. Like, I don't expect somebody to actually latch onto my fart in the sky.
Now, every text deserves a response. And let me tell you this, David. Every text deserves a live response, not a scheduled response. I'm gonna part from my backing you here because I don't like the scheduled
Oh, but what
text.
Samson is saying
That's not
sounds like that sounds like the mind of a serial killer. That's pathological,
Yeah.
psychological.
What?
I don't know. Samson,
Dan.
that's
Dan.
totally crazy. I don't think anybody in the world is doing what you're doing. Faking
I
human
didn't
interaction.
make up send later.
No, doing
He's
it.
predicting a conversation.
No, I'm not talking about send later. You're doing something so pathologically AI that you're working
Wow.
like a computer to appear like a human being
Yeah, he's
on a
right.
computer.
I'm doing it so I have more free time.
But to no
I
one in
really
the
don't
world.
understand why you're comparing me to a serial killer. I'm not
one-
eating anybody.
No one. That's a cannibal. I haven't accused you of that yet. When what you're saying, I don't believe anybody in our audience. Anybody in our audience sends 9 different send letter emails or texts to somebody, assuming just to pretend like they're making contact while they're going running, unless they're like having an affair and need to hide something from somebody. Like, I don't think that's your
Send later is not for affairs.
No, do you understand?
That's what Signal is for.
Trista, do I have anything wrong here? That do you think another person in our audience is behaving this way on email?
No, I mean, it really does track, David, with everything that people believe about you, which is that you're, like, cold, calculating, like, the man, like, AI, like, not a human being.
Oy vey. Trista, I appreciate the
I'm not saying
constructive
I
criticism.
believe that. I'm just saying that's your brand. I have a
Yeah,
different
I don't
opinion
mean
of
that to
you
be.
now that, we know each other. But before we met, I was like, yeah, this guy.
Well, don't judge a book by its cover. What a great example right then and there.
But that now you're doing the thing that kind of like propagates the brand. Like, you got to stop doing that.
That's true.
Oh, we could use a makeover here. As you truth to power, like you telling him how to be more of a human being. There's a marketing arm. She can make you more human, David. She could if you'd listen to her.
I could do it really fast, too.
No, but Trista, I believe
Hey,
you can,
yo.
but I don't think your top 10 ways to help me would be in my text etiquette. I believe you would go to the low-hanging fruit, which is trying to help me in ways that I know I need help. I didn't think you would view my efficiency as something that is help-worthy.
Dave, did you see the father from the Crash documentary has been placed on administrative leave after his school saw the documentary?
No, I did not. We just talked about that on the show recently. I can't remember when. It may have been last week. What is the update, Juju? Why did they place him on administrative leave?
They're not giving too many details, but they were not happy with his appearance and some of the things he was saying on that, especially wearing the Boom shirt, bro. Like, that was not in great class.
That whole story, it's throwback through line to last week. It just gets crazier and crazier. I was going to review a movie today that was even crazier than that because I'm really into these movies now, these documentaries, which are teaching me stuff, Trista. I'm trying to learn and improve and evolve. And I can't believe the insanity that exists in this world, stuff that I would not even think about, and yet Dan accuses me of being a serial killer.
You did let Ollie lick your hand, and it did feel like that was a breakthrough moment for you.
That was a very big moment, and I recall that, actually, because I was stuck, Trista. Here's what I was stuck with. I didn't want you. We had just met, and I didn't want to prove to you that everything that you knew about me was true that quickly. So I had to go to a place of total discomfort and allow a dog to lick my hand, all in the name of fomenting a relationship. What you didn't see is what happened after, which I had to double wash and triple sanitize, but I still viewed it as growth.
You know what? If that's not love, David, I don't know what is.
Hold on, I have a little tear in my eye.
It's so much work to be him. It really is, to try and figure out. I really don't think that this is normal human behavior to send 7 emails into 18 hours later.
Texts.
Whatever, text, pretending to be having a conversation with somebody, even though you're not actually there. That you're 18 hours ahead of the day on trying to fake being human. Do I have this wrong?
Yes, I think it's very efficient. And he ain't sending this to his significant other. This is for y'all broke boys who don't deserve his time. I'm going to schedule that guy.
No, Juju. That is not true. It is mostly to my significant other, number one, because it's very predictable in certain ways. Number two, it is not about money. It really is not. To me, it's just about time, and it's about certainty. I don't do this when you're negotiating a business deal or when you're doing anything like that, Juju, at all. I do the multiple send laters when it is a very matter-of-fact, predictable conversation. Please don't paint it incorrectly, Dan.
What if she texts you randomly, hey, how you feeling about a threesome? And then you have, hell no, already pre-responded, and now you're
Love
fucked.
it. No, I love where your head's at because I've thought about that and I've gamed it out. Here's the answer. If you get a response that is so off track, you come clean with what you've done because it's so worth it to admit it because you're about to get something better. If I'm offered a threesome and I've shut the door because of my pre-scheduled texts, which she doesn't know about, I'm going to totally cop to the pre-scheduled texts just so I can then say I'm all in for the threesome.
But
that,
now
the
threesome's out the door because you've revealed the pre-scheduled text messages.
No, that's apples and oranges. If someone is game for a threesome, they're not going to be dissuaded from that by a simple text schedule. Now, they could be dissuaded by a beer belly. They could be dissuaded by other bad personality traits or physical traits. But if they're in to start with, then you don't ruin it with just a pre-scheduled
You've
text.
reached the threesome quota for the show. Thank you.
Dave, there's some sort of like modern-day Seinfeld episode in that where George is scheduling texts and all of a sudden he gets a request for a menage a trois and he's like, Jerry, I scheduled the text. I couldn't change it.
It's a great point.
It just seems insane to me. I don't think I'm overreacting when it must be hard being you if you have to put this degree of thought into every transaction.
It's very clinical.
Well, I think
it's not that hard, actually, Dan. I think it's harder to be you, who's all over the place and disorganized and can't be anywhere on time, doesn't know where he's going to be one particular day to the next, can't figure out what to do with his animals. I think it's way harder to be you than it is to be me.
Well, David, the only reason I think it's weird is that the whole act of texting takes a matter of seconds. I don't know about you, but when I send a text, I usually dictate it. It takes 5 seconds, right?
Do you know that 5 seconds adds up? Just 12 of those moments, and you've got yourself an extra minute.
Wow.
You do 24 of those, and you've got 2 minutes, and you know what you can do with 2 minutes, Zaz.
You sound
so
like-
for me, it's
Why me?
incremental savings.
You know about that 2 minutes?
How do you know I need 2 whole minutes?
Sound like Tom Dundon over here.
Dan doesn't take
How
care of
come
his
the
dogs?
Lakers fired everyone and no one cares? How come that? Dundon goes to Portland, fires some people, it's front page news. Yesterday, the Lakers fire half their front office and no one cares.
Well, he waited a year. This guy waited 60 days. He's efficient like you. He pre-scheduled the firings.
It seems smart, and his team, by the way, his team may be in the Stanley Cup. They're, I think, a game away, guys, which means something's got to be going right in Carolina. I'm just saying. And what Mark Walter was doing in L.A., whether it took him a year or not is debatable. It could have been part of the initial contract that he had the right to combine the two front office operations. I think it's just good business. It's what Wayne Huizenga tried to do when he owned all the teams in Florida back in the day. You may all remember that. But it turns out the economies of scale with owning multiple teams are not as great as one thinks going into it.
Oh, let me backtrack on that because I don't have the sophistication to actually know if what he said was just true. But you're the one guy in the national media siding with Dundon. You think that his way of being cheap, the only reputation that people have of the new owner of the Portland Trailblazers, the only thing they know is that he was also cheap, being cold about how he built the Carolina Hurricanes. So you're here to defend him? Because I haven't heard anybody.
No, I think you got to listen to, I know you're busy, but I'm nothing personal. I covered this extensively, so I'll just review part of it. He lied to you about some stuff, and he was honest about other stuff. He is lying to you when he tells you that he had people check out of the hotel. I don't know if you saw that, but he required people to check out at a certain time before the team bus, and they were sitting in the lobby. I explained to our audience, and I'll explain to yours, that's not how it works when a sports team travels. You get every room until whatever time the team bus leaves. That is part of the contract that the team has with the hotel. There is no late checkout fee. There is no early check-in fee. The rooms are ready whenever you get to your hotel. Whether it's 5 a.m. or 1 p.m., your rooms are ready. And when you leave, whether it's an afternoon game or a nighttime game, you get your room until then. So that comment that he made was wrong. But the comment about trying to trim fat in a front office makes a lot of sense to me.
I haven't heard. You're Portland-based, Trista. Like, have you heard anybody come out in defense? Once a narrative on cheap gets thrown around, and it's provable, it's empirical with the Carolina Hurricanes, I haven't heard a whole lot of people defending it, and I hate when we don't have the ammunition to come at David because he knows more about business than we do. Can he be corrected on anything he's saying in defense of a Portland owner that is getting only bad press, even as he takes one team toward the championship?
Well, what I would say is this. I think the NHL is very different than the NBA. Like, NHL is more of a, not an individualistic culture, right? You have guys like with bones popping out of their shin. They've got, torn ACLs, MCLs. They're out there playing. The NBA is the lifestyle. Like, you want to be an NBA player partly because of the lifestyle that is the life, right? And the people that are working in the NBA in the front office, they could be doing a myriad of other things for a lot more money, working for brands, doing partnerships, but they are with the NBA because of the cachet, because of the lifestyle, because of everything that comes along with it. And if Dundon wants to trim the fat, I believe that will be a talent drain. I'd love to get your thoughts on that.
You don't ever want to do a talent drain. Trimming the fat and talent drain is an oxymoron. Those two, when you do layoffs like that, you're either laying off because of budgets, in which case you go to the highest paid people, which in many cases are the players, obviously. One player you get rid of is more than, 15 people in the front office. But trimming the fat is when you have 4 people in corporate sales for 4 teams, all calling on the same company in LA, and instead you only need 2 people because they can do it for the Lakers and the Dodgers. So, of course, you're going to let go of 2 people. So any sort of situation like that, that's what I would call trimming the fat. And you just have to be smart about who you choose because no one wants to talent drain. You want to do the opposite, actually.
But if you're there 3 months, 2 months, and you're coming from a completely different sport, completely different industry, how do you even have the knowledge to know what the fat is?
During due diligence, Trista, you have met with the existing officers in the company. You have gotten a list of every employee, what their salary is. You've gotten their reviews as part of due diligence, and you've spoken to their bosses. So you don't come up with, we should fire Joe Smith in corporate sales. That's not what Dundon did. He would get the names from people saying, here is your job. You've got to cut blank dollars out of your budget. Where would you cut it from? It's not him looking at a name and oh, I don't like the way that name sounds. We'll fire that person. That's just an overly simplistic way to look at it. But of course, mistakes can be made because anytime your boss wants you fired, there could be personal reasons. There could be lack of performance reasons. Who knows? But a new owner of any company comes in and has to rely on existing management.
So Sampson, I've told you again and again, exceptional on all of the business stuff. Nothing personal, covers that well, but he's also very good on baseball. And it's a pretty cool time in baseball, David, when you've got Christopher Sanchez throwing 44 2/3 scoreless innings. I mean, he's going to approach some rarefied air soon on just nobody can hit him, while Ohtani goes 2 straight starts, leadoff home run, and then no-hitter and scoreless innings because his ERA is under 1 and he can win the Cy Young. When you talk about this era of mastery in baseball, what are you most awed by?
I'm awed by the fact that we're not teaching people how to hit anymore. That's the fact. We don't have a 2-strike approach. We have people swinging out of their asses because that's how they get paid. They get paid for launch angle and exit velocity. They don't get paid for situational hitting. And that makes me sound like a grumpy old man, and I don't mean to be. I'm trying to win games and score runs. Now, what Christopher Sanchez is doing, you're right, Dan. It's only happened one other time since 1913. One other time, Greg Cody, Oral Hershiser. It's the only other pitcher who ever went a calendar month without giving up an earned run. Ever.
Crazy.
Since 1913. So you're seeing history right now, and that's pretty cool. With Ohtani, again, he had 99 pitches. They pulled him out in the 6th inning. He hit a batter. He walked 4 guys. He didn't give up a hit, and he hit a home run to lead off. But he looked tired, and he looked frustrated, and the Dodgers have a big decision with what to do with him going forward because it's hard to be so great both ways, and that's what he's been, but that can't last.
Well, can we think about this for a second? Think about what he is saying there, because Craig Counsell complained, hey, the Dodgers, the rest of us have 13 pitchers. They have 13 pitchers and Ohtani. And what he's doing physically, the mastery of it, is unprecedented for a baseball player of any kind. It's just sheer lunacy for him to be not just pitching, but pitching this well. The toll on the human body, there's no human body that can keep doing all of that. Is there?
No, it doesn't exist. And it used to be you could take the greenies, and you both have been in clubhouses with the greenies, I'm sure of that, and you could do it with help through pharmaceuticals, but now it's much harder to do that, and it just wears on you. The MLB season wears on these players in a way that I never appreciated as a fan until I got into the front office, and I watched their bodies get battered and what they had to do to prepare themselves and what they had to do to be ready to play 162 games. And it really got me understanding the concept of load management, something that I never understood before.
That is the least joyous and most poisonous way to celebrate Ohtani. Oh, it's going to all break soon.
No, I love watching him. He's the best player I've ever seen. He's the greatest baseball player I've ever seen in my life. I would take him any day because he gives you a top-of-the-rotation starter and a top-of-the-lineup hitter, and he's an all-star both ways. You know, we had Dontrell Willis hit 8th a couple times. Most of your pitchers, it's a waste. They keep their jackets on and hope they can bunt a guy over. Now your starting pitcher, who, by the way, is unhittable, hits home runs and gappers and gets on base and steals bases.
Oh,
it's unbelievable.
You just brought me back, dude. Pitchers running with jackets on.
Yes. Chris moaned.
I'm telling you.
Chris moaned. Look, there have been 2 creepy moments in this segment. One of them was David Sampson, the way that he didn't want compared orgies, and he said oranges in a way that felt aggressively sensual.
That's apples and oranges.
Yeah, see, there was a snort in there. There was a snort and a thrust, and then, yeah, come on.
That's apples and oranges.
Which you like more, Chris? The pitcher with the jacket on the bases, or the catcher on deck?
Oh, with his shin pads on.
With the guards on.
I think you still get that some. So I put a jacket on anybody, please.
Dude, put it on the poll. That is wonderful. Put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Do you miss the pitcher bunting and then putting his jacket on? Running the bases with his jacket on.
We don't even have those. They're not standard issued anymore. So it's been, I'd say, 18 years. What are we, 2026? More. It's been 20 years since there were standard issue pitcher jackets.
I feel like, have we shifted our strategy with what, like, keeping your arm warm is? Because I feel like I don't even see pitchers put their one arm, in between innings in the jacket.
Oh, yeah.
Do they use the towel now? Is that outdated, that strategy of, like, keeping your arm warm?
It's proven not to be a thing. It's also bizarre, like NBA introductions. Back in the day, they wore their warm-up suits to be introduced. Now they go out and
They
get
rip them
introduced.
off.
You rip them off. That's what you're supposed to do. Not anymore.
Make
It's
that ball
totally
boy
changed.
pick it up
Yeah,
for you.
and put
Pick
those
up his
and put those buttons back together. It's difficult to do. I used to
Now
have
all
those
they
shorts.
do, like Jalen Brunson or Donovan Mitchell, they unwrap their knee like ace bandages. They stand at the scorer's table to unwrap stuff, and then they put their mouth guard in. That, by the way, it's the grossest part about sports is what you do in between plays with your mouth guard, like putting it in your helmet or putting it in your sock. I could vomit. But no, there's no more ripping of the warm-ups. That bothers me.
David, what's New York City going to be like if the Knicks win the finals? Like, you know, it's fun. We say, oh, they're celebrating outside on 7th Avenue after the Knicks win a game. But, like, will it actually be nutty if the Knicks win?
It depends where. Here on the Upper East Side, you know, there's people are at bars watching it, but it's civil and people are just enjoying it. And there's a lot of people wearing Knicks stuff. And there's this look that you get where, you know, if you walk around in Met stuff, you're not getting many looks right now other than sort of askance. But when you're wearing a Knicks shirt, it's people, it's like this camaraderie. That's why we love having professional sports in cities and why there should be public financing of stadiums, because of what it does to a community. Right now, New York is all about the Knicks, and it's pretty damn cool to watch.
What did you make of Reggie Miller saying this?
Whomever wins this series, I've seen enough from the Knicks. The Knicks are going to be favored in the finals to win it all. I'm just telling you right now.
Yeah, I want him to use code Dan on DraftKings because if you do that, you'll find that, no, the Knicks are tremendous underdogs against both the Thunder and the Spurs, as they rightly should be. But I love, you know, the thought of Reggie saying that, but of course it's complete horse hockey.
He tried to walk it back yesterday, Dave. I don't believe him.
Oh,
but
he did?
He tried to walk it back yesterday on the Dan Patrick Show where he said, no, what I was talking about was most people are going to want them to win. They're going to be the favorite of the two teams among the fans. There's no way that's what he meant.
No, it's not. That's so ridiculous. Why walk something back? Why not just say you were wrong? It turns out that I went on DraftKings and I found out that they're total underdogs. I would have much more respect for that than trying to walk it back and say it's like gaslighting an entire country of gamblers.
This was a very divisive topic yesterday. Me and Dan agreed. The rest of the room thought that this was vulgar, disgusting. Did you? Well, I don't think Juju thought that. I don't think he actually weighed in. I don't want to speak for Juju on this. I don't think Juju weighed in.
Ooh, Trista.
So it's the DX Suck It by Uribe. What as a baseball guy
with no context, the DX Suck It by
Yeah.
Uribe.
Nah, people know.
Do they?
Oh, they
David
know.
knows.
Yeah.
well, sorry, you can tee it up, Dan. I guess.
No, I'm just I'm trying to help for those who do not know what for the audio audience
For the audio audience.
that has no clue what the DX Suck It by Uribe is.
I thought it was Juan Uribe. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's not. Yeah, so Trista, here's the problem with that. You better be in the right situation, and you better be on the right team with the right manager. But when you're striking out a Cardinal player, and you look in the dugout and you do that suck it, you're going to get in trouble, which he did from his own manager, to the point that Pat Murphy did a press conference where he addressed it. And that is a rare thing for a manager to call out a player in that public way. It means that it was a real problem in that clubhouse, and it caused divisiveness and anger and frustration. And so he had to cut it off privately and publicly. That was a big deal for a Brewers team that's playing great.
But it's kind of awesome, though, right?
It's not necessary. I'm not a big fan. This happened with the guy who celebrated even though his mother had died and it was Mother's Day. I'm not a fan of that. I want to win.
Wow.
Just strike the guy out and go back to the dugout.
You're not a fan of DX?
Score a touchdown, give the ball to the referee.
Oh, for the love of God.
But who gonna do the gritty?
Okay, so I remember, here's the calamity of this is the following, right? This is how they keep what Uribe does out of baseball. It's the way that the sport does it. I remember being in a clubhouse, six-fingered Alfonseca. He gave up a home run, and then he hit the next guy on purpose, and everyone knew he did it on purpose. And when I got to the clubhouse, he was weeping because of how Bonilla and Alou had been yelling at him, screaming at him, "You're going to get us killed because you're an idiot." And he's just sobbing in the locker room. Like, It's Uribe. I want Uribe to behave how he wants, but the rest of the crew has to be in on, we're not going to throw at the other guys because we don't like this in our sport. Like, it's just asinine, but it's how they keep the sport policed.
It's how you keep a clubhouse, Dan. You should know this, Dan. You run a business. You have a very strained ecosystem that you have to monitor at all times, don't you? You bemoan the fact you have to do that, but that's what being a manager is. That's what being a president is. You have to just be aware of what's going on in your clubhouse. You just talked about Dart and Abdul Carter. Why do you think Jackson Dart had to address the Giants clubhouse today? He addressed it because you had to protect the ecosystem. So, of course, he had to meet the entire clubhouse. That's apples and oranges.
What was that? You're snorting like a truffle pig.
I've never been around a truffle pig. I like the Nicolas Cage movie, though. I've had a long day, Dan, and it's just getting longer.
Sorry about the early text.
Just 10:15.
So was he sending you the music to approve it or not approve it? Like, were you going to be okay with it? Like, what was the nature of the text exchange? He was going to you for creative?
No, he said, this is what we've prepared. What is your view? Are you okay with it? And so I had to listen to it, which I did. And then I responded immediately 2 minutes later, which is all it took to listen to the intro. And I responded with, hey, let me just read you. If it makes you happy.
Exactly. That's
that
why
was my response.
When I saw it this morning, I'm like, perfect. So he hates me, but I can play it.
That's it.
That's all that matters.
Listen, it's not. I'd like you, Dan, to treat things a little more seriously as it relates to nothing personal in sports business, etc. But if it makes you happy to have me saying pee-pee and whatever else that I do from time to time when I'm enjoying my time with you, then go forward, prosper. Fine.
Send me that by text. Go forward, prosper. Just off.
For 6 hours from now, though.
I'd like him to do it so I'm getting that for 7 months straight in the middle of the night. Just prosper. See you later.
Bye. That's
Bye.
apples and oranges.
Yeah, it's a truffle pig, a tiny little truffle pig.
Do you like breathing hot neck on the neck of hot?
Wow.
Are you turned on? Do you like
Dangling.
breathing hot neck?
What's going on here?
Do you like
Sexy.
breathing hot neck?
You have been dry humped many, many times.
Intimate.
You have been dry humped many, many times.
A little pelvic thrust situation.
I like that.
Have you ever consoled a naked man before?
What does it feel like to get dry humped?
I saw pee-pee.
I've never consoled a naked man.
Breathing hot neck.
I've never consoled a naked man.
Many, many times.
I saw pee-pee.
People out there, stop sending me pictures of the hotel rooms with the chair, okay? Stop sending those to me.
I like that. I like that.
He was naked.
Intimate.
Dangling.
I would hold that thing really tight.
How would you do it?
What's going on here?
Do you like
Sexy.
breathing hot neck? Do you like breathing hot neck?
I've been dry humps.
You never know.
I've been dry humps.
Many, many times.
I've never consoled a naked man.
Have you ever consoled a naked man?
I've never consoled a naked man.
Many, many times.
You never know. I like that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Chris Cody and Roy revealed this to me. And Roy, I don't know the context of what it is that you guys were talking about that revealed this about Chris Cody.
Yeah, Chris asked me what the sound from the first down for the Dolphins games were. And I said
it's just a noise I've made throughout my entire life. It's just like I just did it. Hoo-wah!
Yeah.
And to me, that's another Miami Dolphins first down.
Well, let's find out.
Hoo-wah!
Let's find out if your dad knows, because he's not a real moviegoer. Instead of impersonating the sound, do you have the actual sound? Greg Cody, do you know who's making this sound?
Hoo-ah! I do.
Clark Gable.
Come on.
It's the famous actor.
Rock Hudson.
Oh, this is great. He doesn't know it.
It's No, it's the famous actor. And I got to pin his name down because I don't think
You should be able to say this immediately.
I don't think it's Robert De Niro.
No.
Hoo-ah! But I think it's
in the neighborhood.
In the neighborhood. Give me a second. Robert De Niro.
Humphrey
Al Pacino.
Hey, there you go.
If someone said that in his headphones, you're fired.
Now,
No,
what movie?
nobody said
What
that.
movie?
It's APAC. What movie?
Streetcar Named Desire.
You ain't you. No, you're not man enough to know the truth. Something like
No.
That's A Few
That's
Good
the one I
Men,
bought.
and that's A Few Good
brutal.
Men.
Good answer. Good answer.
And it's
That
not,
is
you're not
brutal.
man enough to know the truth. I
You can't handle the truth.
Don't know.
That's it's a different movie. Pacino was not in
You're
it.
not man enough to know the truth.
That was originally a line. Nicholson ad-libbed. They kept
Put it on the poll
that
at
was
Le
Nicholson.
Batard Show. Was Pacino in A Few Good Men? Was a blind Pacino?
Okay, who did he say? Who
Dad
said
on a
hoo-ah
hot
in
tin
what
roof.
movie?
Let's keep going. Let's see how long it takes you to get.
Play it again.
I think did he win an Oscar? I think
Yes.
he won an Oscar
Yes, he
for
won
this.
Best Actor.
Yes.
Bull Durham.
No.
Good answer. Good answer.
Put it on the
Raging
poll.
Bull. Raging
Put it on
Bull.
the poll.
Raging
No.
It's a bull movie.
Just naming De Niro movies.
Red Bull. I don't know.
Put it on the poll. Was a blind Pacino in Bull Durham?
Chicago Bull.
And put it on the poll as well. Was a blind Pacino in Raging Bull? First of all, it's a really random thing to have stick in a dolphin.
I say it all the time.
No, but it's been for 30 years. That movie's 30 years old. I don't want to tell him what the movie is. Keep guessing, Greg. Keep trying to guess what the Al Pacino movie. How many Oscars has Pacino won? Because he
A Few Good Men.
You already guessed that, and we already told you that it's not A Few Good Men.
Okay.
And you're not man enough to handle the truth.
Right. Okay.
Classic line.
It's got a military theme to it. I just can't come up with a
It's
name.
not a military theme, but I think he's a former military guy.
Okay, Dad.
He was a colonel.
There you go. Colonel Sanders. I don't know. I'm never going to get it. I don't know movies.
Wow, it's his only Academy Award.
The
Greg doesn't know
Scent
movies.
of a
Woman. See? I told you I was going to get it.
Your son had no idea where that sound
Where I
was
get it
from.
from.
This is
really?
2 generations of idiot. Pop
No.
culture idiot.
I knew it was Al Pacino.
Greg, you cannot listen to
said De
what you
Niro.
just did for the last 4 minutes and say that that is some sort of expertise that you're bragging about.
First of all, I speak for moviegoers in general. Al Pacino and De Niro are always interchangeable. They're always mistaken for each other. They're the same person.
De Niro could not have been the devil.
They've won the same awards. They're like the same people.
They were only in one scene together, like in their movie careers.
I know, but they're parallel lives. And you know it.
Put it on the poll. Do you often confuse De Niro and Pacino, and you know it? At Le
And you
Batard
know it.
Show.
You're going to have to wait for that one.
Exactly.
That was staggering. Even by the standards of the Greg Cody Show featuring Greg Cody, where your son Michael asks you movie questions and you flail and fail and get them all wrong. Even by those standards, that was an amazing amount of ignorance.
Nick, before we let you talk about the Steelers, you're in luck because we have the Love Doctor. The Love Doctor is here. He is ready. He is in his office right now. Dr. Greg Cody getting everybody ready for Mother's Day this weekend. And we have questions. The Love Doctor is going to have the answers. Who's up first?
I know a lot of people are going to come to you and they're going to want to know, how do you keep it interesting? Me, I'm not interested in interesting. So how do you keep it predictable? How do you keep it ho-hum? How do you just let it just be?
Was that Jason Tatum asking that question?
Young lady, you are my kind of gal. That's my lane. That's my lane of romance. I invented predictable. Nobody has perfected the art of dull routine like yours truly. As a matter of fact, little inside information here, my wife and I schedule our naughty time months in advance, like doctor's appointments. Quite often, she'll have to cancel because she said something came up. Unfortunately, sometimes I'll have to cancel because something didn't come up. That kind of thing.
It's good luck for us.
Do we have another question for the Love Doctor here after such great advice?
With Chris listening.
Oh, we're doing it, baby.
What are you guys doing, man?
Oh, you want question number 2?
Yeah, let's go question number 2.
Oh, yeah, Greg. Hey, man, I need your help, man. So I'm out of town for Mother's Day, trying to figure out what can I get my girl for Mother's Day in another city.
Oh, wow. Buddy, I'm worried about this. Not one, but 2 of the Love Doctor's marriages began rending like cheap fabric when Greg was either out of town at a sporting event or away at a doctoral conference. And the exes were doing the clandestine bumpy bump behind my back. Jack, I suggest you get your girl, which you'd never expect, a private eye to keep an eye on her randy ass.
You know about that randy ass, Nick?
I don't like this at all.
Thank you, Love Doctor. Don't go anywhere. We may go back to you. Appreciate you.
I don't like this at all.
Somehow, the least embarrassing Cody on today's show.
Wait till Nick finds out that Chris, with Greg sitting nearby, admitted about a half an hour ago that when he's having a hard time becoming aroused, he thinks of his wife's twin sister to get in the mood.
It was a shocking revelation.
That's what happened, Nick.
Shocking.
That happened.
Yeah, he did.
No, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. He did.
It was shocking.
Unnecessary, also.
I don't like. This isn't. Again, I might need a mean here. This isn't kayfabe. Kayfabe?
Kayfabe.
Which is it? I don't know.
Kayfabe,
Thank
wrestling
you.
nerd here at your service.
This isn't.
Zaz could have
Thanks,
helped
Mike Ryan. This isn't kayfabe. I don't like this at all. And I would appreciate if you guys turned the music off. This is not great.
So the Steelers.
Are you ready to do your catchphrases? I heard. We root for America.
No, you root for the best story. You root
Montreal.
for the underdog. You root for the Canadian.
Put it in the club.
You root for the Canadian team.
Oh my.
Get off, Joker.
Oh my.
What was that word?
Put it in the club. Oh my.
I don't know how you guys felt about watching what happened in hockey last night, but at this point, I really do feel that it is cruel what America does to Canada's proudest teams when it comes to winning the championship. I cannot imagine how anybody who cares about hockey in Canada would feel in terms of the height of anger that this year you're looking at Vegas and Carolina on the sport they invented, and to get squashed out like that at home, where when they come out of the locker room, you know they're done at home. Just cruel.
I just want to keep it. It was Florida and Vegas 4 years ago, so it was probably the same reaction.
Yeah, I said after Game 3, with Game 4 being in Montreal and the Canadiens down 2-1, I don't think I've ever felt a series being over more than I did at 2-1 than this series at just 2-1. Like, Montreal has nothing for Carolina. It's the second straight game, and including overtime in the last game, second straight game that Montreal had no shots in the third period. Like, Carolina suffocates them. And really just throughout the game, like, they have no shot attempts, Montreal. You're watching knowing they have no chance.
Plus, they had played 18 games so far in these playoffs. 2 series have gone to 7 games.
Yeah.
And they played multiple overtime games, as Zaslow said. And mostly every game, they have had just about 15 to 20 shots on goal.
Just they got no chance, Montreal. It was so frustrating watching last night. I root for Montreal anyway if the Panthers are not involved because my family's from there. And that was a difficult watch. It's such a great atmosphere. And if you're a fan, you didn't get to see them celebrate even once last night.
The thing that I'm asking you guys, like when Roy says there's a precedent for this by saying, hey, remember it was Vegas and Florida, Yeah, but are you trampling the greatest hopes of the entire country at the end? At the end, do you have to go watch Vegas do that with that record as not just any team, but Montreal, one of the original ones? Like, these people think they invented hockey. To watch these two teams take the sport from them, I'm saying emotionally cruel to people who care about hockey. Yep. Like something that would be prosecuted if it was done by a criminal.
You're doing that tone again.
But it's awesome now. Get him, Dan.
That's right.
Go.
Get him. I just felt bad for Montreal. They care so much about hockey. At Vegas and Carolina. Vegas and the cheap guy. All right. Tortorella and the cheap guy.
I just want to laugh at them. It's hilarious.
I mean, I know people, general public doesn't necessarily care about this stuff, but you want to talk about, like, ratings-wise and how many people are going to watch. Carolina Vegas is going to do very poor.
It'd be like if all the SEC teams just like stopped winning.
Yeah, but I also don't think that's fair because we have inundated our audience with 2 years of Panthers talk they did not want. And Florida was doing that to the entire sport. And ratings, I mean, Montreal is crushed today. Like wherever it is that regions get crushed across the path here, like wherever it is we've been watching playoff stuff for the last, maybe Boston, maybe the Celtics, the way it went out in the first round, in terms of what a city does and feels around its regional identity. The Montreal Canadiens choked out like that at the end of the season. Like, I'm not kidding, cruel to Canada.
I think Montreal is crushed but not surprised. I mean, Carolina was the favorite in this series. They've had this kind of a disappointment since 1993. They're used to it by now. Right? I mean, they just lost the gold medal to the United States. I mean, they have to be getting over the fact that, look, we're not winning right now. Now, what Canada would say is that half of the roster on every team is Canadian. It's not like Canada still doesn't run the NHL in a way, but their teams from their country are just snake bit. They just can't win.
I don't remember. When's the last time a Canadian team won the championship?
1993.
Canadian.
Sorry.
Same team.
All right. So sorry I didn't listen to you on that. Roy, a watch party on Friday night, a live stream you guys are doing as part. Are we doing one of those for the basketball finals? Are we doing?
Yes,
are we doing that?
Tonight,
we are.
Tonight, you can catch us live on the Le Batard Show YouTube page, man. Me, my sister, and my brother. We live tonight, man.
I forgot to tell you, Juju, I have to do that from the phone.
All good. All good.
It's my birthday, and I'm going to North Miami.
Hello.
Gonna have a little dinner.
We might need to do it from the phone.
Yeah, let's do it from the phone then. You want to come with me? Katie Mox, you know Katie.
Salute.
She lives in Fort Lauderdale, so we're meeting halfway.
Halfway.
As she should.
Let's get to the catchphrases here. We have to update this before Greg Cody gets out of here, and I do want to get to the basketball as well. Jeremy Taché and Pitch Clock, if you want your baseball, because we have not talked. There are some cool things happening in baseball, and we just did skip past what I said, which is, so Ohtani, a couple games in a row now, leadoff home run last night, 426 feet to center field, and then no-hit them, and then after the game was frustrated because he walked 4 guys and hit a batter, and he's like being super hard on himself as well. It is reasonable to assume that the strain on that man emotionally and physically might at some point make him human. Like it's
or a gamble.
I mean,
also the Astros had a no-hitter this week.
And those don't happen so much anymore. I was surprised when I heard that no-hitter, for a few years, it's like, I don't care about this no-hitter. There are no-hitters every single week.
Now, Roy just did the thing, though, the dismissive combined.
Yeah, I don't. That's to me, that's not a no-hitter. If you don't pitch a complete game, you didn't pitch a no-hitter, in my opinion.
But the game ending with one team having 0 hits.
If it's split among more than one pitcher, it doesn't matter.
No, what do you call it? He's asking you, what do you call it? You're saying it's not
a team no-hitter. It's not an individual no-hitter.
No-hitter.
It's still a no-hitter, though.
Yeah, with an asterisk.
No.
Yeah.
You didn't put an asterisk there.
I
You
just
said
did. I put the ass and asterisk. If
I don't know.
If it's a team no-hitter, it's not an individual no-hitter. A guy who pitches 7 innings.
No one is saying it's an individual no-hitter.
The guy who pitched 7 innings and got taken out of the game against his will, I guarantee you he's going to say, I just pitched a no-hitter.
He'd say we.
I don't think you're right about that.
Let's call him.
There we go.
Yeah.
Perfect time.
Good deflection.
I don't need to take a quiz.
It's still a no-hitter.
No, it isn't.
Were there any hits?
Were there any complete games?
Nobody is saying there were.
The game was completed.
Yeah, by myriad pitchers. That's the problem with baseball.
Lean
now.
back.
That's the problem with baseball now.
Did you forget? You forgot there was a microphone.
Greg, how are you leaning so far back? Like, explain.
People can hear
Like
me when
comically.
I go
Like
Oh,
comically.
You look at a box score now. There's 9 pitchers in a game. If you're
Yes,
lucky.
The Rays, yes, the Rays go through pitchers. Yeah,
they do.
Razors.
Ridiculous.
Yes, just gonna keep throwing arms out there until they all blow out.
No, the chairs go that far back.
My wife is watching right now. In the future, right now, she's appalled with everything you're doing.
Yeah,
See?
really?
You
Can
guys
she hear me when I'm
No,
when
but
I'm
you
back
guys
there?
have to get me the shot of like geographically. He was about as far from the microphone as he could be while doing the show for some reason, and not understanding they should be doing it from back here.
Usually, he just leans back for like a second.
Right.
Here, he was having a full-on debate.
Laying down.
I think we should try that one day. Put him in the back of the room and just have him do the show back there. See
There you go.
see if it feels any different as he just keeps floating out of our lives. The basketball, the last couple of nights, okay, and
Catchphrases later.
we will get to them. We'll get to them. The basketball, the officiating. I really, really dislike where we've arrived, which is you really can't actually officiate the game perfectly. It's pretty impossible. And so the commissioner can say the officiating's great, and we're all going to say that it stinks. And the conversation problem that this league has about its officiating, when I think everyone is too good now, whether it's James Harden or Shea or anybody who can get fouls, they've gamed the system so they can trick all the referees all the time. And we're saying he shouldn't flop like that. And we're saying the referees should be better. It's not possible. Everything out there is moving way too fast. And however we officiated things in the past, it doesn't work anymore. It's not something that can work. And so I really did want to ask you before we get into the basketball of it, if we're already doing driverless cars and everything else, and we're already headed down the very infant part of you can do 2 challenges here, as we perfect the technology on officiating better, can you guys foresee a day where this is all computerized? I'm not even kidding. Where the officiating is all something that is done with however it is that technology advances, because we can't allow human error this much anymore in games that people are gambling on and the point differences matter, and you can't be out there fooling the referees all the time with how you're playing basketball.
I think there's an element of watching sport that fans like being able to either blame or yell at the officials.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's part of the game.
Yes.
I'm having a great experience watching these NBA playoffs with my 14-year-old son. He's really into it now, and mainly because of Wembanyama. Like, he transcends and he brings in a new audience, and my son is now one of those. And so every night I'm watching these games. I woke my son up this morning to get ready for school. It's like, hey man, you think the Spurs can force a Game 7 tonight? And he goes, as long as Tony Brothers isn't refereeing. Which is, I mean, come on. Tony,
That's awesome.
That's elite ball knowledge,
That's
right?
awesome. I love that.
Right?
Does he know that it's Scott Foster, the extender, though?
He hasn't learned about Scott Foster yet. But last game, Game 5, he learned about Tony Brothers, all right? So he's very angry at Tony Brothers. Does not want this. Last night, my son was saying, if the series gets to Game 7, is it possible Tony Brothers is the referee for that game again? Like, he was asking, do the referees work every game? And I was like, no, it's a different referee the next
It could
game.
be Tony Brothers in Game 7,
Well,
though.
that's why I explained to him. I go, maybe in Game 7, but he won't be the referee in Game 6. It's not going to be back-to-back games. So he's very concerned about that.
I'm not marveling at the elite ball knowledge. I am troubled for America's youth when it comes to fandom, that's how you're waking up in the morning. That is not a conversation I was having at 14 about sports.
As long as Tony Brothers isn't refereeing.
I couldn't name a referee.
Call. I got a question. What happened to the flop rule? I thought there was a rule put in place this year. This is the signal.
They never
when you
call
flop it. Exactly. And Nick Wright, however, has improved on my rule. He says that flopping should be reviewable. You dig? And I think that's the next evolution, the next step, because we can't keep rewarding you, and we challenging this. And another thing about them challenges, I can't win 2 challenges and then I'm out. What are you talking about? Y'all was wrong. But we need to be able to review these flops.
It is one of the most ridiculous things
We
happening.
were wrong
in sports.
twice, but that's
Yes,
it.
That's right. That's it. So this is why I'm asking the question I'm asking. I want you to entertain the possibility hypothetically, though, right? We didn't envision 5 years ago cars moving around without drivers, right? That wasn't something we were thinking was reasonable, and now it's proliferating like Ubers. Yes, fair enough, but I didn't think we're at the future yet. How many years? We agree that it can't be officiated correctly by humans, yes or no?
Not 100%, no.
Just need some help. Give them some help, some reviews.
Yeah.
But each night, there's going to be no officiating crew that hits 100%.
Of course, correct.
So, and most nights, there are going to be a lot of complaints on both sides about whatever the officiating was.
Correct.
So if all of that is what you're entertaining at the starting point, can you give me a date where you can imagine? I mean, we got it in tennis. They overturn everything like that.
Right.
Like, is there a date off in the future where we can get this stuff so much better that this isn't the stupidity around the conversation as I'm trying to watch the world's most majestic athletes and some 7'3" dude, and I'm talking about Tony Brothers, and I'm raising a generation that's talking about Tony Brothers.
I told this to the crew in the back, and Juju doesn't think it's happening anytime soon, and my timeline is 2,100. Little tiny nodes all over the body or in your jersey, and you can feel the amount of force that the defender is putting on the player to know whether they have flopped or whether that was a true push. 2,100.
So the way that we have a sound meter for like, let's make it loud in here, and that thing moves, I can see how hard the foul was up on the board.
But realistically, they just needed to get it together, man. I think we bailing them out by saying, damn, it's not possible. It is possible to improve. The same way it was possible to improve on Josh Allen's first down spotting whenever they got eliminated. No point intended. But, bruh, we see it's across the line and a referee is running this way and spotting it. And even their new improved rule is, we got the eye in the sky going to go where the ball was. No, it's where they spotted the ball. So I think that we just need to hold these referees a little bit more accountable.
Yeah, but why are we demanding perfection in our officiating, right? Athletes strike out. They commit bad errors in every sport.
I agree.
Human fallibility is accepted as a part of sports, but we don't tolerate it with officiating. I don't understand that. I think sports should do one or the other. You either go all in, like everything is ABS, everything is reviewable, everything is electronic. You go all in, or you go all in on the human side. You throw up a middle finger to AI and everything about it, and you say,
I don't think I'm absurd when I say there are too many dollars at risk. They're going to figure out how to fix this. You can't have the commissioner of the league lying to everybody saying our officiating's fantastic when it's obviously not. When so many of the conversations after all of these really important games are, Tony Brothers, you say, Juju, when you're out here saying, we got to hold the referees more accountable. You want them more accountable than a generation of kids are waking up complaining about them?
Yeah. Whenever you make this call, make more reviews. Allow more reviews. You can't say, I was wrong twice. That's all you get to correct me. No, you was wrong 7 times, Tony Brothers, and we going to review it, bruh.
I think the difference between contact sports and non-contact sports is where it's easily, you could see it. In tennis, it's not two people colliding trying to figure out where the ball is. The ball's out there. We have a camera there. We can see that, right? ABS, the ball's getting put in a certain spot. We can see that. What we can't see and review every single play is, all right, I gave you a little bit of a push here. Wasn't a foul, but the second time I gave you a push, they did call a foul, right? I think the idea is we grew up with playoff basketball is tough. You're going to put a shiv into somebody's neck. Like, you're going to do the things that you're going to need to do. Bill Laimbeer's throwing a clothesline to somebody. Like, that's what playoff basketball was. And now it's not that. So you can't tell me that what we're looking at with SGA, with Wemby, who, again, flies into the stands every third play. All of that stuff needs to be curtailed by not calling the fouls. Don't tell the guys, hey, that's it. We're going to call it clean. We're going to call it even, but we're not going to call a ton of fouls.
I saw this clip yesterday circulating around on social media, and it was back in, I think it must have been the Western Conference Finals. It was in the playoffs where the only time that Kobe Bryant and Carmelo Anthony played against each other was the Lakers and Nuggets. And they're guarding each other, and the clip is them battling each other in the post. Just super physical, battling for the ball. And it was like, yeah, they're battling for the basketball. They're not battling for who can draw the foul. And it was like, you'll never, ever, ever get basketball like that again.
Well, but when we talk about the majesty of Wembanyama, I do ask you guys to consider this as we're deciding the championship of this sport. Think of the structural integrity flaw in the idea that Your system is such that everyone's looking for where are the advantages, where are the advantages, where are the advantages. Here's an advantage. Let's get San Antonio to burn 2 of its challenges because it's must, because they're trying to keep Wembanyama out of foul trouble because he's so important. And when he burns those challenges in the first quarter, we might win the game late because they can't challenge anything, even though we got it wrong twice because we got fooled by flopping people around Wembanyama. Think about what he's being asked to do and how physically he's being asked to do it. And as he shrinks inside of that or rises above it to win the championship, he's working against the entire system. You're asking him to play a physical, competitive sport, not emotionally, when guys are clearly fouling him and Tony Brothers is the ref. You know what I mean? Like, the idea of this flaw in the center of what it is that we're talking about that decides the championship, it's really hard to play the game Wembanyama is being asked to play right now, the way he's being asked to play it.
Well, the thing that I think is really interesting is if you look at David Sampson and his text message efficiency, you're seeing that in sports as well, where it's all about how can we maximize analytically the best way to get to a win? So the physicality becomes less important. Getting fouls drawn becomes more important. We don't care about mid-range shots because really 3 is mathematically more efficient for us to win games than 2. So you're seeing this, like, I call it the Baraka-fication of like the Mortal Kombat where you do the leg sweep, uppercut. It's not fun anymore, but it's the most efficient way to win.
Okay, but what are we talking about aesthetically here in our most beautiful sport? It's ballet in the sky. Like, seriously, Wembanyama is a freak unseen to human beings. Look at what's being asked of him and how he's cut out at the knees almost literally by Lou Dort, back muscles on top of back muscles. I'm asking you guys to examine what he has to overcome here with the structural flaw of we're tricking the refs and they're not very good. And the refs can be biased even if they're not very good. They can still be biased. And also many people think that the ref is going to advance this series because it's good for business, et cetera, or tilt these small advantages. There's an enormous amount of pressure on Wembanyama right now at the middle of this because he's being asked to play a basketball game really that no one before him has been asked to play. No one. The game that Wembanyama plays tonight is played in a time of officiating that I think has less credibility than it's ever had. Do I have this wrong?
I don't know, Dan. Like the Jordan rules, like they were killing Jordan, right? Like that's before he had won anything, before he had even become Michael Jordan. Like they were throwing him on the ground. They were elbowing him. They were killing him anytime he got into the lane. Like Wemby's not getting that.
That's not the part I'm talking about, Tony. That's not the part I'm talking about. He's got to stay out of foul trouble. He is too important. And if he has to play that game, then he ceases to be able to play the game he was playing in game 1. Like he has to stay out of foul trouble or they lose.
He's got to stay on the floor. They're actually like it's like Jokic stuff where like that kind of bad when Jokic was not on the floor and the Nuggets are bad. That's what the Spurs
whatever you're asking of Jordan defensively, hey, go guard that guy over there who's not going to be doing anything. You can stay out of foul trouble. No, Wemby is the centerpiece of everything that happens in the paint has to be stopped by him. Don't get in foul trouble.
And that's a testament to the youth of this team, them being early right now. Because in most cases, you can put Luke Cornett, Kelly Olynyk, Bisback, Mason Plumlee. Let's share some of these minutes, share some of these elbows in this paint. And the fact that they have to rely on Wemby to be the only big guy on the court at one time, that's where they're going to get better next year.
But Wemby is in control of whether or not Wemby gets in foul trouble, right? I mean, we're not...
No, I mean, you see what they're doing. The refs are in control. You got SGA who flops relentlessly, so much so that they made a board game out of it, and then his lawyers came and issued a cease and desist. It's egregious.
Okay, but still, you have to admit that a player has some say over whether or not he gets in foul trouble, right? I mean, Wemby can play a cautious game and still play his game. Right? He just has to be more careful.
I would say no. He cannot play a tired game or a cautious game and still be the guy that you saw in game 1. The answer is absolutely not. Guys, look at what he's being asked to do. Please, I know that's a good young team, but I gave you the plus-minus minutes. When the champs don't have Wemby on the floor before the last game, they were plus 46. When they did have Wemby on the floor, they were minus 50. Like, it's not... He was minus 8 in the last game, and it was terrible because he's tired, and they're being physical with him, and he must stay out of foul trouble. I don't think people realize the mental toll asked of these people at the very height of sport, even if they don't seem like human beings. The entire franchise rests on an emotional guy who tonight has to go dethrone the champions to save their season, and everything's against him except the fact that he's bigger than everyone else, and he's 7'3". And he plays basketball unlike anyone who's ever been seen.
You see what's going on here, Dan, with SGA. So there's, I think it's a pick site, Underdog, and they put together this game which Dylan Brooks was endorsing.
This is a real game.
It's a real game.
I thought she was joking about a board game.
No, this is a real game. And it's like the game Operation, where you're a doctor and you're trying to do the surgery, but instead it's called Unethical Hoops.
Oh, that's great.
And if you touch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you get buzzed.
It
right?
It electrocutes you like the game
Operation.
Yeah.
What a great game Operation
was. It was a great game. Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer.
They
Great
missed the
game.
mark. Floperation was right there.
So,
so good.
Unethical hoops, all right? And that's funny, right? And Underdog Sports has received a cease and desist letter from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's attorneys. All right, this was acquired by The Athletic and New York Times, and so I'll read to you here. Quote: in a letter dated May 22nd, 2026, so that's almost a week ago, obtained by The Athletic, Eric Fishman of law firm Aaron Fox Schiff LLP, representing Gilgeous-Alexander, asked Underdog to, quote, permanently cease and desist from any and all use of Mr. Gilgeous-Alexander's NIL in any and all media, including but not limited to your website, apps, social media accounts, digital marketing advertisements, promotional emails, push notifications, affiliate or influencer placements, and any physical goods, including but not limited to the board game advertised on Unethical Hoops website.
Look, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm defending SGA on that. Well, you're going to take my NIL and then sell it and then me not get a cut of that? Nah, you're crazy.
You got to go player 99 like MJ back in the days. Player 2 from the blue team. Like,
John
we don't get
Dowd.
around this NIL.
This is funny for a couple of reasons, not the least of which Unethical Hoops is hysterically funny as a game, but it's not as good as Floperation. Like Floperation was right there, and Operation is absolutely a game Hall of Famer, right?
Why did someone come up with Floperation?
First ballot. That is true. Floperation is so much better than Unethical Hoops. Unethical Hoops is the Floperation for dumb people. You need it spelled out for you in a way that's aggressive.
Operation was inducted into the National Toy Hall of Fame in 2014.
Yeah. If you were at a friend's house as a kid and they had Operation, like, yo, let's play Operation.
Nah, it was no Clue.
Clue?
Clue is better. Clue's way better.
Any day of the week.
Clue.
I'm not trying to get my hand buzzed.
No, but Clue, there's too much thinking going on if you're a little kid.
Exactly.
Operation.
I would always just guess like halfway through the game. Once I had like an idea on one of them, I'm just guessing. I gotta be first. Even if I'm wrong and I lose, I'd rather go out that way than just sitting back and waiting for all the 3 clues. I got 2 clues. I know it's like it's either the wrench or the knife. I know I'm down to those. So I'm just gonna guess. I know it's these 2, and I'm gonna guess the knife. And if I'm wrong, 50-50.
Would you go Clue or that one game where you turn up the faces and you be like, oh, does he have
Guess
Guess
who?
Oh, Guess Who.
Great
Yeah.
game. I'll bet that's in the Hall of Fame too, Roy.
No,
Guess who?
No.
What do you mean no?
No, hold on.
I'll find Guess Who in a second,
on a
but Clue
second.
went in 3 years later, 2017.
All right, hold on.
won?
If there was a quote, a mystery quote, and it was like, there's too much thinking, who on the Le Batard Show said there's too much
That's a
thinking
good
in this game?
That's a good game.
I would have immediately said Zaz.
I don't care about racism. That's a great board game. We should create this board game. I don't know what the name
Guess
of it
who,
would
like,
be.
guess who said
yes,
it?
but I got to go back for a second, though, because I don't think Clue is in the stratosphere of Operation, but maybe I have this wrong. It was more innovative to me, the idea that a child's toy largely would electrocute kids. Couldn't believe it was popular. Fairly amazing to discover.
Better times.
As a toy. Oh, what are we going to do? We're going to mimic the country's obsession with surgery shows 40 years from now by teaching the kids right now. Here's how you're going to get electrocuted if you don't do this correctly. It's an aggressive game.
Trained a lot of young doctors, Dan.
It's bloody. And, again, the price for being wrong is, hey, kid, you're electrocuted.
He had that little tool. It's attached to the game.
guess who's not in the Hall of Fame?
Should not be. Should not be.
not.
And so put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Better game, clue or operation. And also put it on the poll. Should Guess Who be a Hall of Famer? We've done this. There is a Hall of Fame. We had the director of the Hall of Fame on. And I think the stick is also a Hall of Famer because that's the original toy.
Mm-hmm.
It should not be. No, it should not be.
Yeah, it should be.
No.
Yeah, you can do so many things with a stick. Dogs love sticks. You can throw a stick.
Doesn't that
you
mean
can
it
start
should be?
a fire with a stick?
Keep going. Let's let him work this out. What else can you do with this?
No, I mean, but these are serious things. The caveman started a fire with sticks, right? Civilization
You were there,
would
I don't
not
know.
exist without the stick.
All I can think of is Zaz and his wife laying in bed right at this part of the show.
He has just crushed it today. I mean, he
saved us.
Oh my God, the catchphrases have been killers. No, he has never been more incisive in small windows than just being the very good parrot who hears a word and then just instantly remembers inside his narcissism a catchphrase that goes with it. It's the quickest I've seen him be in about 16 years.
Yeah, you throw a trailer at me, you know what you're going to get. Come on.
The stick was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2008.
It's just wrong. It's just wrong.
Wow, was that a charter inductee? Like, when did that start?
Put it on the
Hall of
poll
Fame?
at Le Batard Show. Is the stick overrated? And also put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Should the stick be in the Toy Hall of Fame? Yeah. No one is voting yes to that.
It probably got the lifetime achievement thing where it doesn't actually get voted. You know how sometimes they put a legend in that actually didn't get voted in? That's the stick.
Okay. No, stick's got to be there. The stick begins the toy thing. Without a stick, there's no... Monopoly wouldn't exist without the stick because it's a domino effect. One stick leads to the other.
The fart began comedy. You put that in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I think
I'll
so.
bet the whoopee cushion's in.
Yes, yep, the whoopee cushion.
Whoopee cushion's funny as hell, Dan.
Damn right it is.
What came first, the stick or the rock?
As a toy? The Rock, I bet you, is not in the Toy Hall of Fame. No.
Dwayne Johnson?
You never played with rocks?
We used to have rock fights.
Those are fights. Those are not playing. Those are fights.
No, but it was good-natured.
That you and Paul Radke? After Stratomatic, little rock fight?
No.
It was playfully, the way the 72 Dolphins called Manny Fernandez Taco.
It was playful.
Lovingly. What did you say?
It was loving.
You and Radke didn't rock fight? For the audience that doesn't know, Radke's my dad's older friend that played Stratomatic baseball.
I got a 25-year-old man throwing rocks at me when I'm 14? What are you talking about?
My dad was 14 playing board games with a 25-year-old man.
What's wrong with that?
To Catch a Predator is hot right now.
Speaking of primetime.
Minor penalty, 2 minutes for explaining the show.
You're going to have to leave for explaining in a very tight window who Paul Radke is. Either you know or you don't know. I don't need a short explanation that that's the friend that Greg Cody had who was 12 years older than him that would come over to play.
What's wrong with that?
Your parents would be like, yeah, he's in the room. You can go in there.
In fairness, I did think Greg was talking about Ratko Gudis for some reason. And I was like, damn, Greg, that's tough.
That would have been fun. I have my own enforcer.
The thing that Paul Radke.
Damn right. He passed away, by the way.
Rest in power.
We just got that intel. Can I tell you? Another layer of my life
Rest in power.
disappears.
The mention of To Catch a Predator, I will tell you that when I discovered this television show hosted by Chris Hansen, it was hypnotizing, it was addictive, I'd never seen anything like it. It is making a giant comeback. There is a documentary on Paramount Plus that is excellent, and it will make you rethink, perhaps, how it is that you felt about Chris Hansen, journalism, that show in general, especially if you pair it against what a lot of influencers are doing now to try and curb pedophilia in this country, which is get the clicks off, shaming them or luring them out on the internet, and then doing mini Chris Hansens in the streets to predators that they are beating up or shaming. Yes, Tony.
Are we anti that, or I'm trying to figure out your angle here because you're saying like there's stuff about Chris Hansen you didn't know. It's like I'm pretty good with catching predators and
I
putting
feel
them
like
away.
he was the good guy.
Yeah,
in this
I
spot.
feel like that's good.
He's the protagonist.
It'll just make you think is all I'm telling you about what the best documentaries do is that we're not making that many great ones anymore, and this will make you rethink some of the things that you may have been feeling and doing about what was happening around that show. Of course, Tony, I am not pro-pedophilia.
Just making sure. I want to
Thank
get
you for
on
the
your
Awful
point.
announcing.
I want to get you on your point. Make sure you say that.
Thank you for the support.
Trying to help you, big guy.
Tony. But To Catch a Predator is now making a comeback. And I do not know, not just with this documentary that is very well done, and I urge you to watch, especially if you were a fan of the show To Catch a Predator as I was. Chris Hansen was a guest on our show many times. Chris Hansen became an incredible celebrity because he did this one lane almost the entirety of his career after that as well, because it's lucrative to shame pedophiles. And so now, though, there's going to be a dramatic rendering of that movie, and
Dan.
the clip went viral yesterday. We can't play the trailer, but we would like to play the...
So they're making a docudrama, which is produced by the studio A24, which is really doing such great movies, and it's called Primetime, and it's about Chris, that like 5-year period where Chris Hansen and Dateline were doing To Catch a Predator, and Robert Pattinson, from Twilight, more recently Batman. This is some kind of actor, this Robert Pattinson, all right? And he's playing Chris Hansen. Now, granted, like you said, we can't play the trailer here, but the trailer came out yesterday, viral, like all over the place. The trailer looks awesome, and he sounds exactly like Chris Hansen. It's kind of creepy.
Come on in. Sit down. That's my Chris Hansen.
Yeah, well, he does that in the trailer. Take a seat. And
this whole time, me and Juju both, well, I'll speak for myself.
Snitch of the year, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me speak for myself.
She keeps doing this where she speaks for Juju and then says, I don't want to speak for Juju.
Juju, they
here.
caught us. Let's go. Get out from under there, Juju. Get out from under the car, Juju. We're here. Let's go. They got us.
I'll speak for myself.
That's usually what you're doing. Usually you don't have to preface it, we will assume that every single time you're speaking only for yourself. You don't have to keep telling us that you won't speak for Juju while speaking for Juju. That is unnecessary.
What if everyone in here speaks for someone else for like 10 minutes?
You know what? I like it. I'm back in.
I kept thinking Scott Hansen, like the Red Zone guy.
Versatile.
And I was like, wow, he's got range.
7 straight hours of pedophiles.
No breaks.
And we join you live in Buffalo.
You want to go to Buffalo? We're burning barbecue.
Right there for you.
Nice.
Nice.
He said trailers 3 times there. You had every option, but you were just happy with the one. Now we expect it every time. Regardless, it's time to get caught up on Greg Cody's catchphrases. You can find them all updated. We're in the top 20 now, although he's still extending the list. He added another one today, so it might be 10 more after this. But let's see where we are. Where are we on the list? 20? Are we at 20?
Yeah, we revealed on my podcast this week, we revealed number 20 and number 19.
All right, so we will get to those at the end of this. Greg Cody's going to finish up this hour with a big bang. Very popular segment, a joke that's been working for months now. Here it is, Greg Cody's catchphrases. We begin with number 60.
Number 60, I'm fuller than Vern Fuller. 59, where's my click, click? 58, hey, Butterfinger up. 57, punt. 56, Scranton. 55, I'm busier than a one-armed paper hanger. 54, George up. Georgia. 53, I'm the kind of guy that 52, ball on the jack. 51, hey, hey, with the monkeys, baby. 50, thank you, Billy. 49, I love him like a pet. 48, who made it a salad? 47, we're rolling now, huh? 46, your brain beating me. 45, let's go States. 44, driver comfort is paramount. 43, dummy up. Save up. 42, catches catch can. 41, doesn't make it right. 40, so on and so forth. 39, very good. 38, the Little League theory. 37, nice hat, asshole. 36, the others, they all learn from me. 35, don't go showering to try to please me. 34, look at that jerk. 33, it's like a packing house in here. 32, what'd you learn? 31, hee-haw, 3, ba-dap. 30, I'm not going to take a quiz. 29, sassafras. 28, would we break a window? 27, hello. 26, who won? 25, trailers for sale or rent. 24, you got to eat a peck of dirt before you die. 23, 3 words, we are the Lobos. 22, you're going to go to Buffalo with Bernie Parmalee. 21, Rappy Cack.
All right, hold on. Catch your breath here. And please don't put this in the Zaz bedroom. It'll get steamy, okay? I'm telling you right now, be careful with what you do with that footage because that's him at the top of his game. That is difficult to do. He crushed it, but he's out of breath, and he was going way too fast. There's a lot of pressure on that, but they're all his catchphrases. He loves them because he's a narcissist.
Okay.
Number 20. This is the newest one. Are you okay? You got your breath? I don't want you to deliver this.
I got my breath back.
So just for the record, the list is going to extend from here because you added another one before what we were talking during the show.
Right. We're going to bring that up at the next executive meeting. We don't know yet. Right now, it's still a top 60.
Number 20.
Another crisis solved.
It's a classic. It's a classic. He famously did it at the most recent PFPI. He ruined at the PFPI gala, he ruined the TV right before a big moment.
No.
And then the TV got fixed, and he did nothing to do it. Another crisis solved!
Yeah, we did. We played that video on the show.
I think that was a Super Bowl
It
party.
may have been. Thank you for calling that out.
It was. I do want to make a correction. And, Tony, thank you for trying to aid me, okay? The movie's not going to change your mind about pedophilia.
Okay, thank you.
But you may learn that some decoy actors were traumatized in a way that impacted them for life in a part of that show that you might not have considered.
That's a better way to phrase it, because the way you were saying is like, I don't know about this. Like, were they doing the right thing? Like, no, we were doing the right thing. We still need to be doing that.
Again, just to confirm, the pedophiles, antagonists.
Yeah. Chris Hansen, protagonist.
Glad you sandwiched that in. Number 19.
Number 19. Nice chatting with you.
Wow, all right, there we go. There we go. Yep.
Holy shit.
Love that one.
Wow.
Love that one. Love that one. That was good.
That's how he says, that's how he ends every conversation.
Yes.
Nice chatting with you.